Welcome to Blood on the Clocktower. In Blood on the Clocktower, you are all the residents of the sleepy little village of Ravenswood Bluff, and I, your storyteller, have been murdered in the night, impaled on the hands of the Clocktower. That obviously means demons are in the town, so you are all about to receive a token. It will be either a blue token or a red token. If you are on the blue team, you are on the good team. The objective of the game for you is to figure out who the demon is and have them killed by execution. You'll see that in this rule set you have here, there is one demon. It's at the bottom of the sheet. It's called the Imp. Figure out who is playing as the Imp and kill them. Once they are dead, the game is over and the good team has won. If you are on the evil team, that's the red guys, the objective of the game for you is to kill everybody in town until there are only 2 players left at the beginning or end of a day. Once that happens, the game is over and the evil team has won. But remember, evil players, you have to protect your Imp, because once that Imp dies, you've lost. Okay. The game itself is played in day and night phases. Anyone who's played Werewolf or other social deduction games will probably be familiar with this concept. During the day, there's an opportunity to discuss, talk amongst yourselves. There is no restrictions on what you can and can't say. Be as open or as closed as you want, be as honest or as deceitful as you like. Talk about whatever you want, tell people what your role is, lie about what your role is. There are no restrictions. There'll then be an opportunity to have nominate people for execution and democratically vote them to death. Then we will go to sleep and have the night. We'll then go to sleep and have the night phase, where everyone closes their eyes and I'll wake you up individually to perform your functions and roles. Because that has to be done in silence, there are some hand gestures you need to be aware of. Let me just go over it. Sorry, blokes, I have to crane your necks around. So, this means 0. This means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. This means yes. This means no. That means good. That means evil. If I need you to wake up, I'll tap you twice on the shoulder or the leg. That's your signal to open your eyes and look at me. If I need you to go back to sleep, I'll do this. That's your signal to close your eyes. Okay? If I point at someone, I need you to point at them as well. The number of times that there's been a misunderstanding because we've not both been pointing at someone, I can count. If I had a quid for it, I'd probably have, 100 quid or something. So make sure we both point. Similarly, if you're pointing someone out, I'll also point at them to make sure there's no confusion. Okay? In Blood on the Clocktower, death is not the end. If you've not heard anything I've said, then this is the most important mechanic that you need to be familiar with. When you die in this game, your role is not revealed, you're still playing for your team, you still close your eyes at night and open them during the day, you still take part in discussion. The only thing that changes is that your ability no longer functions and you only get 1 vote left for the whole of the rest of the game, so use it wisely. It's quite common for people to save the votes until the very end when it all goes down to the wire, and even though there's 3 or 4 people left alive, there's 14 or 15 votes still on the board. When you die, I'll flip your token because you're all represented by one of these tokens here, and I'll place a little white one on it like that. That indicates that 1 vote that you have left. Okay? On night 1, I will wake up the evil team. I'll wake up any minions that are playing for the evil team, and I will show them. Oh, hang on, I've got to do Blue Peter here. I thought this through. Right. I'll wake up the minions and I'll show them this is the demon token, and I'll point to the demon. Okay? So that the minions know who is on their team because they've seen each other and they know who the demon is that they need to protect. I'll then wake up the demon and I'll show the demon these are your minions token, and I'll point out the 3 minions that are on their team so that the demon knows who's on their team. I'll then show the demon these characters are not in play token, and I'll show them 3 characters that aren't in the game so they can successfully bluff. Okay? What's in the game is determined by this little piece of card here. So I believe we've got 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14. No, we've got 15. Okay. So, in a 15-player game, there should be 1 demon, because there has to be 1. We ain't got a game without 1. 3 minions supporting that demon. There should be 2 outsiders, and there should be 9 townsfolk. The reason I'm telling you this is because if more than 2 people are claiming to be outsiders, either somebody is lying to you, or something very interesting is happening, and I'll let you figure that one out. The last thing I need to tell you about, I believe, is poisoned and drunk. So there are mechanics in this game called poisoned and drunk. If you are poisoned and or drunk, you will not know about it unless some really stupid poisoner is going to poison them, and that would be a bad play if you do get the poisoner, just putting that out there. If you're poisoned or drunk, you won't know about it, but everything you do will be going wrong. Your ability will misfire. If you get information, it can and almost certainly will be misleading and false. If you do a thing, you simply will not do that thing, but you will think that you have. If you are literally the drunk, which you'll see is one of those roles, you'll believe that you're a townsfolk. You will have received a townsfolk's token at the beginning of the game. I will treat you as though you are that townsfolk, but everything you do will be misfiring because you're actually the drunk. Okay? Now, do we have any questions? Don't worry if you're confused, that's the reasonable reaction to everything that I've just said.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Will we know all the roles that are in, or is the imp the only one that knows the 3 roles that aren't in?
So, no, you won't know what roles are in. The imp will know 3 roles that aren't in play, but that still won't exhaust the entire list of roles on there.
Okay,
All you can know is what the breakdown of roles is supposed to be. If at any point during this game you need to take me aside and ask me questions in private about your role or about how the game works or anything like that, that's totally fine, that's not suspicious. There's a lot going on here. Also feel free to have private conversations, that looks shady though. But you know, there is 15 of you, so you can't have one coherent conversation really.
Okay. Is the minions, is there only one of each? There's not multiple?
So there cannot be any multiples in this game at all. Everybody has their own unique role, and that's one of the main selling points of it. There's no generic villager or anything like that.
And all the bad guys know all of the bad guys?
That's right, yeah. I wake up the minions on night 1 and I'll probably wave frantically at you so you can all see one another with your eyes open, and then I'll show them the demon, and then I'll put them to sleep and wake up the demon and show them the minions.
Yeah, that's what it is. So the demon...
They all know one another, but they don't know what they are.
Could you not just wake up the minions and then wake up the demon and everyone look at each other?
I mean, I could, but the problem is that only the demon is supposed to see the 3 roles that aren't in play.
Yeah, but
so
they can close their eyes to the demon.
It's easy. Trust me, it's easier for me
That's
to
fine.
just do it that way. You'll know someday when you're older.
Am I not older than you?
You are, and you're married, and I'm not. So any implications from that is nonsense. Right. So yeah. Any other questions? No. Good. Okay.
Steve. I was screwed in on it.
Baseball, wasn't it?
What's your leg? Shoot you, is it?
Hang on.
I can't remember how old you are.
Well, come shoot George.
I agree with that.
That's not one of the rules.
Exactly.
You are always evil.
Now, what are you on about? Your logic's rubbish.
George can always
It's
safer
His logic is
definitely not order and shoot.
So Steve, then Adam, you, Stefan...
Do you know what? Someone's making a really good taste to be shot.
It
certainly isn't me.
You don't actually shoot anyone in the game.
I just want to say I'm liberal.
I'm the Slayer has a crossbow.
Forgive me, the Slayer can shoot somebody.
You can shoot the demon.
What's the game?
This Slayer has to sing something from Once More with Feeling.
Then you're all
I like the fact some people actually.
What was
okay, well there you go then.
Sorry, can you just repeat? What was the victory condition for the good guys and the
So
bad
the
guys?
victory condition for the good guys is to identify and execute the demon.
Okay.
And the victory condition for the bad guys is to get it so that there are only 2 players left alive. Doesn't matter who those 2 players are as long as one of them is a demon.
But if everybody dies before the minions, do they win? Is that another way to win? Or would they then have to kill off minions just to win?
Well, at that point the game's definitely over. So yeah, if somehow you manage to get down to 4 players and they're all evil, then well done, evil team. I've never seen that happen before, but that would be amazing. I'd like to see that.
That would be quite cool.
Well, would it now? That's suspicious already.
It was
We
good.
can leave until he
Okay, gang, I'm going to send this bag around. It's got 15 tokens in it. I need each of you to take 1 token out of it and look at it. Keep hold of it for now. Do not let anybody else see it. Don't even let them see a flash of colour because that will give away which team you're on.
You not left. You know. So you've only put 15 in there rather than all of them.
Yeah.
So you know.
I know which ones I'm going to be in play. I know which 3 that I'm going to show to the demon. I know who anybody I'm going to make the drunk.
You know something.
Yeah. I am the master of this universe. You are into my immature whims. There you go.
That's kind of strange given that you're dead.
Yeah. I die first in this game every time. I'm crap at it.
Suicide.
Yeah.
Is this token going to tell us what we are?
It is going to tell you what you are, which is why you must not let anyone else see it.
That's why you need to listen to what he's saying.
Me and you have much more choice conversations going on.
So much.
Although technically you have less choice than I do.
No, technically, Dan kind of like is 100% guaranteed. Like, just so we can get
First
the
team to
back.
ever do that. We lost all of the guys. Let's kill off all.
I think the best part of this game is watching everyone try and take their token
Yes.
out without me.
Yeah.
The felt side is not the right side, by the way. Just fun fact.
The what?
Oh yeah, sorry, I probably should have mentioned it. Yeah.
All
So
of us.
the front of them is smooth and the back of them is felt. It's
Uh,
worth keeping in mind as you pull it out of the bag.
What's more than this, like, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, one of these has not been in that bag.
Should
One
it
of the fella,
have
it doesn't
been?
matter. You're going to get one given to you instead of get one out of the bag. It's all right. Still random because it's random which one fell out.
I'm more thinking drunk, to be fair.
Oh, there's no drum token in that bag.
I love that one then.
Okay, there you go.
Interesting.
Yeah, the drum token
Curious.
would not be in that bag if it's in play because I replace it with a soundspec token.
Oh, okay.
But the drunk doesn't necessarily have to be in play because in a 15-player game there's only 2 outsiders and you can see that the drunk is one of the 4 outsiders.
Do you just shuffle them?
No, I
Pick whichever ones you fancy.
I pick based on a number of factors. If there's a bunch of new players in the game, I might put certain ones in. Or if it's a bunch of people I know, I'll put ones in that I think are amusing. Sometimes I've just handed out the tokens if it's a whole group that I know, because I know it'll be funny to make this person that and this person this. There's more DNA of Dungeon Master in what I'm doing than there is of referee, to be honest with you. Right.
So he knows
I'm coming around. What I need you to do is put your token face down in the corner.
You pick out the back.
Face down.
because he knows you.
Yeah, thanks, mate.
Well, that makes you evil. Unless you're the imp. I think that makes you a mini one. Low leveling one.
Yeah.
I think the opposite.
No.
You know, I mean, that was like the librarian. I'm a librarian dude.
One role in particular.
This is not like.
Because I think it's a really interesting ability. It would be really powerful.
See, I feel like the Virgin wants it and the Virgin don't know.
I thought it's 50-50.
No.
She was there when you said that came up.
Yeah.
He bought into our
Do anyone see this now?
Yeah, but even before that, he was still with her.
Face down in the palm of my hand.
So you've got the
So no one else
So is that what she is now?
can see it. Thank you.
Sorry, that's it.
Do you guys want to see me do this setup? So I see what my thought process is. So this is everyone's role.
Oh no! I played it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I played it in, so I've got so basically, everything I say is right until
Change the advert. I want to go. Yeah, everybody gets something.
yeah. So the only person here has played it before was that. There's no one else here playing. What the fuck? It's not.
I'll be showing them these.
So what do you play?
And they'll have to figure out which one is the
At the
right
expo.
one.
You're saying.
And there's also
No, I played it 5 minutes ago.
in case I need
Nice.
a bit more explain this process well. This is the most crucial decision,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
One of 2 players with the outside.
Oh, you know.
It's a particular outside.
Yeah.
We would know that zero are interesting because we don't know that zero were in play.
You could lie about it, I guess.
Yeah.
But no, 'cause it says quite clearly if there's 1 or 2 or 0 outside.
Yes.
No, there's more than.
I mean, clearly, we need to
Not all the way back.
Yeah, exactly. There's only two outsiders. Yeah, so both of those could be.
So there's 4
I know what you mean, yeah. If
But
we're
not if it
one
says that
out,
there's 2 outsiders that should be in play.
No, that's in available. They're not all those guys are in play.
Well, they add up to 15.
What's that?
yeah, you know, that's how many each tank roll.
Yeah, but there are more rogue guys. There are definitely exactly 2 outsiders. Every single person would tell you that there was not in play in that particular scenario. Which means that
Yeah, I can't see. Then I shot my own.
they also make
You know, which was it that for when you're dead or alive? Yeah, and I think you take one again. I always say that
That's why I was
I would imagine so.
Right, is everyone ready? Let's do this then. Any last questions before we begin?
Who's the yeah, that's a good question.
Well, that is the most important question for all 4 of you. Okay. All right. Well, let's do this. Everyone, close your eyes. This will take a minute or 2, so settle in. If we've got any narcoleptics in the room, I apologise. Okay, all eyes are closed. Lovely. Probably should take your shoes off and clomp around like an elephant. Alright, don't think I screwed that up. So, everybody wakey wakey. Bet you'll thought I'd come back to So, if anyone thinks I've made a mistake, come and see me, or if you're confused about anything, which is probably the more likely scenario, if you feel like you should have woken up last night but you didn't, it's probably because your character has an asterisk next to their name, you don't wake up until the second night. Last night was kind of the setup night. So with that in mind, crack on and please avenge my death. I'll refrain from just freely dishing out advice as we play, but what I will say is if you are one of the top 4 characters on that list, you only get information on night 1, and for the rest of the game, you will gain no more info. So you are a good conversation starter, and you've already used your ability, so it doesn't matter if the demon offs you. In fact, if the demon offs you, it's doing you guys, the good team, a favour because you're already spent. Okay? So, with that in mind, crack on. And again, do take me aside if you need to ask me anything. Also, refrain from coming past this line. Sorry?
Good guy.
Shall we maybe start with, has anyone got any information to share? Individually. Neil, how about you?
I'm asking you what you are, but
So, anybody got something they want to share?
Yeah, sorry, what? Are you going to reveal your role?
I will reveal my role as soon as you two have revealed yours.
Fantastic. It's got fantastic email. So anyone got anything? I'm not one of the top 4 roles.
Is anybody one of the top 4 roles?
But on the other hand, do they want to go forward now?
Yes, because anyone with information.
Knowing that the imp could then won't kill them all.
Yes, anyone have to be
Yes, of course, yeah.
on the first night.
Yeah, but we have at the moment. It's literally, if all top 4 come through the imp. Yeah, I get that. We have no information, we might as well start guessing randomly.
Yeah.
And let's have the
Then build that first. One person out of the game, one person left.
And so I know, if you two guys tell me what you are, I will know if one of you if both of you are telling the truth. Okay, so I'm going to volunteer.
Anybody fancy?
So I know that one of you.
One of these two guys
I don't know which. I don't know
Which one?
Which is a saint.
One of these two.
These two.
One of
these two.
Yeah.
Very interesting choice to make.
So I would know which one of you is telling.
Now we assume you are the librarian. You may not be the librarian.
That's true. If you was in good lie, wouldn't it? So you can't.
Not through these two, because one of them
claiming to be the
is the imp. What do you say about that, Dan?
Is anyone else claiming to be the
Is nobody else in there? Okay, instead of maybe having lots of people talk all the same time, why don't we have a little bit of focus? I know, right? It's ridiculous. We've got a little bit of conference over there. Damn it, right. So, the only thing we've got now, we really need to talk to people or any other family. It's a shared information. Because we don't know about what any of them are. So we've got to use that to transfer what we're telling. We'll have at least one person who will come forward, then somebody will be away about what they are.
Okay, that was it.
It's actually possible for them to get only. Okay.
If people aren't saying something,
Okay,
so we've got so far, I will say either saint or saint. Hang on a minute, guys. Right, so far, all we know is Dan or Neil is a saint.
Assuming
Allegedly.
no one else is
okay.
So we can't execute.
Those claiming to be the saint, sorry, who?
No.
No one's claiming to be the same, but they've been nominated.
He said it's librarian.
Is anybody else
going to say
they're the librarian?
Yeah, is anyone else saying they're the saint or the librarian? And
Who's
Going for the lighter.
You didn't. I guess there's no bad reason.
I-
I know he's going to put the handles on the safe.
Because then.
Yeah, let's go then.
That's a very short game.
If somebody reveals their role, what we need is somebody to say,
Okay,
Yeah.
Say,
I will reveal my role because I'm on the top four. I'm the washerwoman, the one right on the top. Okay.
so you fancy sharing that everything?
I'm willing to share the information that I'm the washerwoman. In the Norwich Island washerwoman, I know that one or two players are particularly townsfolk. So I would invite those people who are townsfolk to reveal the role because I will know.
We don't know.
No, okay, he's claiming that he knows either mine or Neil's role.
Oh, okay.
So. Right, okay.
We could be lying about this.
Let me be like
That's not the point.
Yeah. Oh, he could be drunk.
So he
Okay,
was
let's get
on
one thing out of the way first. Everyone could be lying. Right.
Are you lying about that?
Well, it seems the best way. It seems if you're one of the top four, the best way is to be out front and be open.
Yeah.
You have told us you are the washerwoman, then someone else has told us that you know their two roles. So what do you know?
Well, I don't because they won't reveal.
But what is one of them?
No,
So you know
what
you know
is
particular
one of them?
Confirm one of them, go to one of them and say.
But-
In fact, the only thing that we've got that's making a lot of sense right now is that what role do you know? Because we've got all these information that makes sense from two sources.
I'm trying to. I say what roles they are because if they tell me the role that I know, then they will say what they are. So I'm trying to if they give me an honest answer, then I will be able to say.
Yeah, okay. Either you want to say what you are.
No, I'm not willing to say that.
Neil?
Which one?
You willing to say who you are?
We're making great advances with the two.
Yeah.
We really are.
Which
So the thing is,
Okay, please say an investigator or chef.
Which were the two that were clearly not?
Potentially his thing.
Which were those two?
Just remember, we don't necessarily have.
so if you're the
to
same, you
be
ain't going to sit
top
down
four.
with it. One of those two. Sorry.
There's
You're the
three
same.
of the
You're not the
townsfolk
same.
that aren't in the game. So
Yeah, just say, is anybody going to claim to be the investigator or the chef?
surely they would have done it.
He's the townsfolk.
Just to clarify, execution, that's in the day.
In the day, yeah. So if you're concerned about, say, the saint dying at night by being killed by the demon, that's actually doing the town a favour, because it's removing a threat.
You think he would say.
Yeah.
Wait, so how does execution help me?
Execution is when you vote it to death.
When you vote.
Yeah.
No, that's like, if it was the night, then you've already got So we vote every day we have a vote.
Yeah, well, you don't have to kill anyone. Well, I'll cross that bridge when we come to it, which will be quite short, guys. So everyone's already getting riled up.
Oh, actually, he's got
You don't have to remain seated, guys. You're welcome to peel off in our private conversations. In fact, it's not uncommon for people to peel off and tell other people what they are. Okay, so we can explain it later.
Of the information we have.
Okay, if he's telling the truth and saying he knows one of the outside, he's saying one of these two is an outside.
No, it doesn't know. It knows that one.
Townsfolk.
Yeah, well, it doesn't necessarily mean that both
Okay,
people
no,
are.
never mind, we're going with
It knows these two. You're saying
Which would make Neil think it's so strong. If you tell the truth, Neil Varian, and the one who's doing it is Neil, I'm an empath. And I got the knowledge of one of my neighbours is evil.
One of your neighbours is evil?
Yes.
One.
Oh, that's a lot of
How do you know? Ryan can be trusted.
Dan, what did you say?
I'm an empath.
Okay,
One of his neighbours.
okay, Dan,
That's
that
very
actually
important.
happened because we haven't had night phase.
We have. That was
We have a night phase first.
next to it, so we'll have a good.
You get information on the first night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we have had a night phase.
Okay.
But the first night is separate to
One
all
of
the
my
other
neighbours
nights.
is
It's
evil,
Oh, okay, so where
It's
it
a set
says
up night.
So where it says
Yes,
night,
yes.
it's on that street, then it's only on the Saturday.
That's right, yeah. And even then, some of those
If he's doubtful, until we find out and say, if he says he's doubtful, that's great. We've got two sources that I think the characters are unlikely to come forward.
That's what he's going to say.
When he works out.
I don't know why you. What I don't understand is why you are the strong, why you don't.
Just because at this point,
Yes.
I don't know
It's not. Well, I think it's a lie. Still drunk.
Would you guys like to talk about nominations? Yeah? Right, folks, I'm going to explain to you how nominations work, and then if you want, you can have some more time to discuss, or we'll move on to nominations. But I think it's important that you know how you can lynch and murk folks. So, the way nominations work is that providing you are alive, each day you may nominate somebody once, and you may be nominated once. Each day, just once, as long as you're alive. You can vote in as many of those nominations as you want, every day, once again, providing you are alive.
Go with what he says, and if
So,
one evil.
Once someone has been nominated, they'll have a chance to state their case. The person defending themselves will have a chance to state the case. And then I will point at the defender. Let's say you've been nominated. I'll point at you like this. And I'll go slowly around in a circle. And anyone who has their hand in the air when I arrive at them, I will consider to have voted. See, because it's like a Clocktower. Get it? The person who is executed is the person who gets the most votes, providing that number of votes is equal to or higher than half the number of alive players. At the moment we have 15, which means someone would need to get 8 votes to be considered for execution. But just because someone gets that 8 majority doesn't mean they're going to die. We'll keep calling for nominations. Someone might get 9, 10, 11, 12, etc. And once we've exhausted it all, it's the one with the most that gets killed. Okay?
only one person gets killed.
Only one person gets killed per day. If it's a draw, nobody dies. Okay? So, do you want a bit more time to discuss, or shall we talk nominations?
I don't think.
Okay.
I feel like we've still got.
Do we have any nominations today?
Yes, nominate you to die.
Okay. Cledian. Okay. Tell us why you're nominating Cledian.
Because I believe that I believe that I believe it when you said that one of your neighbours is evil, and I think you're evil.
Okay. What do you have to say in your defence?
Well, what's it? In fact, I am a slayer, but I couldn't use, well, I've not used my ability yet because it would be worthless doing it early on, it would be wasted. So it's very likely that he could be a drunk or something along those lines, which would make him misfire his ability. Is it
Or it could be
Poisoned.
It's still just by drunk or poisoned.
Yes,
Poison
Poisoning is identical to drunkenness, but when it's inflicted by the poisoner.
Oh, so the poisoner will have poisoned somebody.
If there was a poisoner in the game, then the poisoner did wake up on night 1 and poison somebody. There is a 75% chance there's a poisoner in the game because there are only 4 minions and 3 of them are in play. So it would be reasonable to assume that it is quite likely that one of you last night was poisoned by the poisoner.
Does the poisoner know who?
The poisoner does know. They do know, and they might be sat here right now snickering on the
If you're
inside.
a poisoner right now, you basically won the game.
The Baron's ability,
Yes,
there are 2 extra outsiders in play.
that's right.
I assume in this circumstance it would only include 1 extra.
No, because in a 15-player game there should be 2 outsiders. If the Baron is in play, that means that there's 4 outsiders, all 4 outsiders, which means you're guaranteed a drunk. So if you figure out that there is definitely a Baron, then you know that one of you is drunk.
Okay, that's fine. I read that incorrectly. I read it as a minions, not outsiders.
No, that would be
Makes more
horrific.
Unless he was a Baron.
We've got a vote happening here. So he needs 8 of your votes to be up for execution. On 3, 1, 2, 3. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. You're too late. Well, go on. I'll let you. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That wouldn't have made any difference. Yeah, I should have mentioned if you're too late, you're too late. Although being too late could be a really good waste of life. So, you got 9, but someone could easily beat that. We've got 15 of you down. So, does anyone want to nominate anybody else for execution?
Is anyone challenging the 2 people's claims?
to be washerwoman empath.
That's the how it is. That's what
That's the moment. Because he's the only one who's got any information on, because then no one else has anything to offer.
Kill the new guy.
So,
Or it was dodgy as shit, just going, yeah, there's this and there's that and there's... I don't know.
Did you actually resolve anything over here?
No.
Suspicious support, to be honest, because it's so much.
It was just all accusations.
Yeah.
That's all it is, but
You
didn't
won't tell me,
actually
you
tell
won't
us
tell me what you,
anything.
you won't tell me what you are.
Well, you know it, so why won't you just tell everybody?
Okay, I'm going to nominate Paul.
okay, tell us why you're nominating Paul.
Because it's just been too assertive and too kind of like trying. No, what I mean is just kind of like trying to get somebody killed, and just pointing at. Yeah, it's a bit too suspicious.
Okay, Paul, what are you going to say about that, mate?
Well, I've said I don't think I've been suspicious. I've been honest. Anybody
nobody
wants to say that you've said that the first 4 people should reveal themselves. The first four people should reveal themselves. I have revealed myself. Nobody else has said no. You're not the one. Nobody else has called me on being the washerwoman. So I'd say I played it absolutely straight down the line.
Telling us
I mean, completely honest on him. Yeah, I know what your roles are, but I'm not going to say.
I don't understand why you're so cagey. That's one thing.
I was just saying there might be reason not to settle the ball is if it's something that you don't want to.
If it's something that they think they might get killed off on later.
Between the two of you should be able to speak separately, decide.
Okay. I think I understand why he thinks it's me now. Having had a look at it there, I now can understand what I can actually see where you're coming from. Why you think it's me? It's not me. It's the other one.
Talking about
I'm representing Paul.
So, needs 10 votes to be up for execution, 9 to draw, in which case null and void. On 3, 1, 2, 3. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4. That's 5.
Yeah.
That's 6. You can vote, you know, if you don't want to die. That's 7. That's 8. And you would have made it a draw.
That's the how it
Yeah,
is.
so hand up before we get to it.
Right.
That's right, just nominate someone else.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. I'll call him a break since you didn't know, and we'll call that 9. Well, that is the last time. Two votes so far. I've kind of bent the rules a bit. But from now on, if you're too late, you're too late. Okay. So that's 9. That's a draw. No one's been executed as we stand. Do we have any other nominations? Someone needs to beat 9. Well, you don't need to.
Nobody wants to die, we're trying to help you.
We nominate someone.
Everybody can nominate once per day, and everyone can be nominated once per day.
You can't renominate these and try and
No, you can't re-nominate people now. This is democracy, sir.
Now you have to do is by telling everybody now. You have to tell the truth. Now you always because they're not dying, are they now?
No.
No one's dying.
Yeah, safe. So we basically got nothing from.
So let's start calling out. Any more nominations? Going once, going twice, 3 times a lady. No? Alright,
That's
everyone
exactly
goes
where
to
I
sleep. Alright, eyes closed, everyone's asleep.
Really hungry for that pizza.
Yeah, that would be me.
Is pizza delivery man one of the votes?
If okay, can he reveal himself? I to execute.
He's taking his time, got me.
Yeah.
It's a big order.
This town clearly came up through.
Well, food is important, especially pizza.
Just leave the guy in this watchtower.
Pizza guy comes, oh, forget it.
Yeah. Does the guy in the Clocktower have pizza? Is my question.
There's a whole new role coming out. It's Hannibal.
Do we get pizza from saving him? Like, what's the point?
Right.
Mind you, whoever's ordered pineapple on the pizza is the imp.
I agree with that.
Oh no, they just died.
Yeah.
Bad and good, they just died.
Definitely the gimp.
Nothing wrong with pineapple on pizzas.
Right,
Please kill him.
Pineapple Liberation Front.
Bloody heathens are on here, not really.
I think Gareth likes pineapple as well. I think as well.
At least it's not broccoli.
Have you not seen?
All of you need to go watch Inside Out.
I mean, I'm just going to order me some pizza with broccoli, lads.
Okay, why? That is just a sacrilege.
I agree.
What, the film Inside Out?
Yeah.
I don't remember that thing.
It's they do it in New York apparently.
That's Americans.
Yeah, but show this put.
There's nothing wrong with New York.
Maybe.
Yeah.
If there is broccoli on pizza, maybe there is.
Yeah, somebody's just said about broccoli and pizza. So.
I do love the fact this part's mentioning pizza.
Alright, you lot. have a wakey uppy. Okay, there has been a death in the night.
Oh.
And it was our first votee of yesterday.
So we did kill this thing.
That's what happens when you claim Slayer, though, isn't it?
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Well, that's interesting. So, yeah, I kind of.
Wait,
he was
so-
evil, so he's not evil.
So-
if he's
No, he could be evil, and they may have just chosen to kill him anyway.
They could have been drunk.
Because
so-
now
That's
we're
not
supposed
it
to
would-
listen to him.
No, but also it would kind of make sense because if the information got correct so far, then that makes Neil the saint, in which case they'd be hoping we'd kill Neil, assuming Dan's correct.
Oh yeah.
In which case,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because if Neil actually
That's
was the
what I
saint,
see.
we
But
would
then again,
Yeah,
if Neil is bad, it also works.
This is not a lot.
I just
Yeah.
one of these bits live.
Right.
Right. What information did we get last
Are you
week?
sure you're not drunk, right?
Does that mean me? No, this man's drunk. This man's drunk. This man's actually what?
So both your neighbours are evil.
No,
That's what the information I got.
No, that's
So last time
He's the same.
of your neighbours.
See, drunk.
And that this time both of them.
Both are live neighbours.
Yeah, so who's the me?
It's probably pertinent information for me to now inform you of the order of operation at night. It goes poisoner, monk, baddies, goodies. So poisoner gets first whack, then the monk gets to protect someone. This is assuming they're both in play. Then all the baddies go, including the demon, to kill someone, and then everybody else. So if you're a role that learns information at night, then the demon is always killed before you learn that information, which is worth knowing for relevant about alive neighbours and
So
stuff like that.
he's been killed then. He's now the new evil man.
Correct.
He's now-
What's the idea? I mean, you're going to the same. Yeah, so he said
Yeah.
he was the same. Yeah, he would be the same.
At least it's still
I'm trying to get somewhere, okay?
They're trying to get something. Off the back.
Yeah, so were we all.
That's not information.
What I would say to anybody is, if Richard does not nominate me for execution, then I would urge everybody to support the person, to nominate the person who Richard nominated, to vote for the nomination.
What?
You
So that's
Basically, you're asking to be killed.
No, I don't think you're going to nominate me this time. I think you're going to nominate somebody else. And if you nominate somebody else, I'm going to vote for them, and I would urge everybody else to.
Oh yeah, that's
Still
the point.
asking, trust that you're. I'm asking. I'm supposed to know you're not.
I'm asking you.
Yeah, no, that's
I am
fine.
asking, but I'm actually
If-
talking to
if
you
Richard
today
is
because I think
the
I've.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, okay. So.
Then that's why Paul
Yeah.
was saying.
What are you guys coming up with?
So if Richard's the fortune,
Everybody's
and
ability
he
ceases
found out what
when
the
they're
demon
drunk.
is,
Sorry, when they're dead.
and Paul's like, well, I'm going to support
But
whatever
keep
you
in
vote,
mind that the drunk
then that would make sense.
kind of doesn't have an
Because
ability.
the demon, if he was a fortune teller.
Their ability is that they think they're a town spirit.
Yeah.
Theoretically.
Right.
It's possible.
Right.
But if Roger knows who the demon is, you would just Saves.
No, but we know it's one of two. Because you choose 2 players and you learn if either of them is a demon.
Yeah.
But
I think
yeah,
so.
right,
If you kill you in 2 rounds, you just come forward.
Okay, so
Because you would know the demons.
But also-
Yeah.
we've got you all now trusting Richard, and you were choosing between Richard and Neil, right?
Pardon?
So you knew something about Richard and Neil, right?
Yeah.
You're now basically saying that you trust Richard.
I'm saying I trust both of them.
The thing is for his role.
Can we have a straight answer?
Okay. George, for the role, he doesn't necessarily.
No,
I trust.
When he knows one person is one thing in particular, he doesn't know anything about the other person.
Okay.
I just want to know that.
I will let you, it depends. If Richard does if Richard nominates somebody else, then I can tell you that I believe Richard and Neil can both be trusted.
Okay.
But that would.
That's some good information.
Anyone else?
I just feel like we trusted, you know.
Can we sort this business over here again? Because I'm still confused.
Well, there's no way to resolve it. It could be multiple different ways. It could be drug poison, drug
So,
poison.
Okay.
I don't trust the information I've given last time.
Okay.
I don't think we'll take that. So you know which one. That contradicts what Phil said, doesn't it?
Not necessarily, because he could be poisoned.
That's what the information.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Dan, you now have got information about Ethan and Neil, so what was your information you got?
The information I got was that they are both.
No, I think I'm
But
sorry.
he's saying he didn't get poisoned. He didn't get poisoned.
Okay, so that's
That's a very good
That-
model. So
I believe that. I
he does.
You think?
Yeah, don't worry about it. They know that. Why would they choose anybody
I
else?
think you have been.
No.
I go along with
If there's a
that.
marriage.
So
I'll say,
saying
imagine
there's
this
a
Paul
marriage.
was a bad guy and sees this amazing washing woman playing with Richard.
I think I go along with that. I believe you. Yeah.
Yeah.
We just have a raise of hand. Who's an outsider?
I'm feeling so much trust in this room. Wait, so nobody's claiming for the same?
Apparently they've got a saint, but
Yeah, but-
they're not.
And then
The saints won't reveal themselves because
But why?
Well, no,
because
that's
the
something
saint-
else.
No, because that's execution, so why
So the
would
fact
they?
that you.
because the saint dies by.
Remember the drug is an
If
outsider.
they die from the imp, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, look, there's not 2 outsiders in the game unless the Baron's included. So if we've got the Saint and something else, because he's claimed to be an outsider, the drug can't be in the game. So unless the Baron's in the game, in which case there will be 4 outsiders in the game, in which case somebody else should have put their hand up then.
And also, you got to remember the drunk won't be. Can't believe he's an outsider because he's a town.
That's what.
Yeah.
So
So
he
he
needs
needs
to
a role.
You're saying that you're not the same.
So what we're saying is that if the Baron was in
You're
the
saying
game,
that
we
you
should
are not
have,
the
in
same.
theory, 3 people. then.
Yeah.
Not said anything of the sort.
So because
No,
there's
no, well, we asked, is anybody an outsider?
potentially
You
the
didn't put
drugs
your hand
in
up.
the game.
Possibly.
So you're saying that you're not the
There was a
same?
poison in the game.
You could tell them
Right.
twice.
If you're saying in your reveal nothing bad actually happens, but if you kill at night,
Yeah.
nothing
If
changes.
the other
so needs to be
30 outsiders are
execution.
potentially here,
So eventually it's good to know where they are.
Yeah.
It is good to know who it is.
Well, then again, people can lie about it. But the fact
But
that
it's
you've
also
already said
it's
it.
also a fantastic one to be like, oh, when you're evil, be like, oh, I'm the saint.
Yeah, exactly.
Because now no one wants to execute you.
Yeah.
But yes, yeah, it's
Yeah, if
good
you're
to
the
declare
saint,
you
saint.
are.
Yes, I am the saint.
You're the same.
He's going with that.
So which means that, you know, Phil was correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
And in the
This
point,
side of the room is a bit quiet.
And Dan's gonna
I'm trying to take in this
poison
information.
or he
So that's
was
I'm just
drunk.
like,
So that-
No, Dan could have been correct to start with and then was poisoned. Because then there would be no drug in the
So
game
all I
unless
know
the
So
Baron.
how about, is there any other outsiders?
which is now just going what?
Who else was the outsider?
I was an
He
outsider.
said, he says not is anything. Neil,
Is there
I'm not too
anyone
sure
else
I
who's an
believe.
outsider?
Well, the trouble being outside.
But is there anyone else? Because if there is a third one, then we know we have a drop.
Is anybody in the book rather a clue?
is there anybody a third outsider? If not, I think you are.
What are you?
This is drunk. Someone's drunk.
Supposed to say.
Well, yeah, I'm asking
We're
you
asking
to.
you information they can help.
Yeah, because otherwise, if you agree with, if you think you're the one that I am, then it's going to be between one of the 2 of us as evil, which is great for everyone.
But the outside of the good guys.
Yes, the outsiders are good guys.
Are you the recluse?
Yeah.
Excellent. Out of those 4 there, 3 of them are bad. So,
To be fair, that fits
Sorry,
with
which
what I
4 are you talking about?
No, you can be drunk. You can be drunk.
Sorry.
as the chef,
He did
Yeah,
tell you the chef.
I know, and I told certain people in the very first round, and that certain person did not come forward about the information that I knew that 4 supposedly bad people were next to each other. Okay?
Absolutely not.
So, in that case, going off logic, we know the recluse is one of them, so somebody else in the circle is bad. Yeah? So if they're the recluse, I know that the 2 adjacent to them must be bad, because I know what I am. He's claiming to be the other outsider and was supposedly going there. That's 4 in a row.
Sorry, can you just repeat that logic again? Because it's
Okay.
Sam, you should probably lead with an explanation of what the chef's role does. I know I said I wouldn't give advice.
The chef knows how many bad people are sat next to each other, how many pairs of bad people.
Okay.
So I got told 3 pairs of bad people, which means 1, 2, 3. That was why I had a question right at the start. So there's 3 pairs of bad people, that means there are 4 people sat next to each other. Now I now know that the recluse is one of those that could turn up as a bad person.
So that would register.
So out of 5 people, that would register with the chef. Now I've been told that 4 of them are next to each other. If we're going off the fact that he is definitely the washerwoman, and he is definitely an outsider, which I cannot guarantee, but for nobody else has disagreed with that at the moment, that puts 4 people together, because we know we have a blue over here, we know we have blues over there, 4 people, they're the only 4 people together, and the recluse has come forward.
I know I'm good.
No, let's see with what's happened. So the other side,
what's your role?
But you are assuming he's like poisoned or drunk.
No, you got 3.
no, I got
Okay.
3.
You don't really know them. That means everybody has
within
Gareth, what role are you?
You got 4 people together. You
Why
got
didn't you
1 right.
So unless the chef was drunk in that
That means it has to be 4 together. Or you
You're
split
talking
it.
about
So what's
So it's 4 together.
So unless the chef was drunk,
I can't help this Nick.
she's already come forward as the recluse, which means next to her, in 4, somewhere along the line, or 3 bad people.
I know I'm good.
Would you clarify how the chef works for you? So
that's.
So basically, the chef is woken up on night 1 and night 1 only, and is shown a number, and that number is how many evil players are neighbouring each other. So, for example, if I was to show them 1, that means that there are 2 evil players sat next to each other, and the rest of them are scattered about. If I was to show the chef 2, that could mean that there are 2 separate pairs, or it could mean that 3 evil players are in a row, because that's also 2 pairs, right? Yeah. Number 3 could indicate a number of things, but the most likely scenario for number 3 is 4 evil players sat next to each other making 3 pairs. But as Sam has already pointed out, it's possible that the recluse might register as evil as well. So it is also possible that you've got
3 together and 2 together.
Yeah, correct.
However,
or it could be possible that he's lying, or that he's drunk, or that he's poisoned, or all of the above.
recluse. Out of you 4, there is a very good chance.
Is it you 4? These 4 here?
A lot more evil.
I don't mean it.
I know
on night 1.
I know. I'm
Yes, that's
So
entirely
what you're
possible.
saying is,
Or it could be the drunk, or it could be lying.
Yes, because I am the raven.
you're the raven keeper.
I am the raven.
Okay, I have no evidence of that. But that's
the other
I am.
side over here. Yeah, so that's if you're the big correct, you're a bad guy.
So if you don't,
Next to a bad guy.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
with that.
Well, that makes sense.
No, that makes
I know it's just where he is back. We don't know. I think that's
So, but it means he's.
Yeah.
Shall we call a recess?
Oh yes.
Yeah, so
Hey everyone, your food's here. Do you want to take 5?
Oh crap.
Don't come back here if you can avoid it, because I don't want you to see this, alright?
everyone, let's swap seats. Maybe that.
Okay, so. Shall we talk nominations? So, would anybody like to nominate anybody else for execution?
I'll nominate Simon.
Okay. Tell us why you nominate Simon.
Just because I believe that he is a bad guy for information. And also, especially with what the chef has said about pairs or sitting together. So we must
That's just bullying.
And also, Simon, you've been very quiet. And you only revealed your role when the chef was then saying what it's kind of like up to them. You just.
But you haven't revealed your role. Is that argument's not right?
That's true.
Okay. No, you don't have to keep stum. This is an open discussion.
And
I will never shush
he's
any
just
of you.
claiming he's the chef.
Okay, well, I am the fortune teller. So, on the first night, I had a choice for Paul and Simon, and I chose Paul. I now believe that was the wrong one. So, I think Simon is the demon.
That's bold.
Yes, Simon.
Okay, Simon, what do you have to say in your defence?
I'm being bullied. I'm being excused for merely being mildly confused. Which I'm actually second night.
Right, yes, sorry.
If the chef is right,
Who did you find out on the second night?
if the chef is right and there are 4 bad guys next to each other amongst us, then even if the board goes sideways, it also has to be a bad guy.
And if you do want to look at it on the other side, there is a 3 and 2. You'll still have extra.
Who'll we missing?
No matter what, someone next to you is back.
Yeah. It's good for little, I assume. I don't know.
So,
That's just bullshit.
we're killing one side if we want, really, aren't we?
So Richard, if you are the fortune teller, who did you pick on the second
And if
night?
he is bad, great.
I picked Simon again, and then I picked Neil.
And you found out that one of them was the demon?
Yeah. So basically, the
What
first
was
night.
the demon?
Yeah.
Would you like me to explain how the
Well, I'm the
fortune
good guy, that
teller...
makes you the evil one.
So the fortune teller's woken up at night and they point to 2 players, and if one of them is the demon, I give him a nod. And if one of and if you
Well,
got
the
one, I
first
say-
night you got a nod.
However,
Yeah.
it is worth noting
He could be drunk.
that there is one player that registers falsely to the fortune teller, choosing beforehand. Also, keep in mind that a recluse might register as a demon.
Supposedly, he's never picked one. And so you're telling us, Richard, you had a nod both nights. And you didn't feel like volunteering this information in the first round?
Well, the first round, I picked one of them and I didn't want to reveal because there's no benefit for either
And he's trying to
Gaskell or
claim that
B.
he is.
That's fair.
He's sort of
Well, the thing is,
if
if you could have confirmed with Paul that he knew what you are, then why wouldn't you have told us? Because then you would have instantly known that Sam was wrong.
Because it's the first night. Basically, gain more information every night.
Yeah, I agree with him. He kept quiet for the right reason.
He
Now
did, he did.
we could potentially kill the
He
demon.
kept quiet, trying to find out who to kill. He did imagine two people. I know, right?
Well,
He did pick 1 or 2 people who could have literally backed him up with what he said. If he'd have found out, supposedly we'd have had a chance at finding the demon on the first time.
well, you all get to decide anyway. There's 14 of you alive. That means you need 7 votes to be up for execution. On 3, 1, 2, 3. Remember that guys, 1. If you used it, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's a lot of votes. Someone can still beat it though, so do we have any other nominations?
Let's go to sleep!
Sun's getting real low, guys.
Sorry, Simon.
I'm getting tired!
Simon, you're welcome to nominate if you want to.
Don't nominate Richard! That's not a fucking principle!
Alright, Richard, would you like to defend?
Well, that just seems just to speak itself. The fact that he's nominated me back and telling. I mean, what more do I need to say?
Okay, well,
The reclusion guys, just to point out then, the 2 people who claim to be outsiders didn't vote.
That's because I can't vote. Because
That's not what you're not going to vote.
So I picked Gareth last round. I couldn't vote unless he voted. And I didn't vote till after me, so I can't vote.
right, well, he needs 12 votes to be up for execution, 11 to draw. On 3, 1, 2, 3.
Probably justified, really.
Right, what a sign, everybody.
That was too late.
Do we have any other nominations?
Wait, can Simon nominate again?
No, you said you can only nominate one to be nominated. Otherwise we'd be here all night.
No, Dan, that sounds like a really good idea.
Is there anyone we shouldn't execute apart from the saint? Because we're fairly sure.
We don't really want to execute anyone.
No, we might not execute, but there's nothing bad.
Wow, going once, twice, That's cool. Alright, you've been executed.
Is it the demon? Is it the demon? Is it the demon?
No one knows.
He's not.
Alright, remember, you're still in the game, you're still about to close your eyes, you're still playing for your team, everyone go to sleep. Just squeeze it through. Alright, all eyes closed.
I wasn't putting one of the minions take over the demon attacks. Right, I want to read my card. My eyes are closed.
Remember it.
No, I wanted to read what someone else does.
How's more ways
I'll leave that for the rest of
Did you just walk away and leave us?
That's fine.
We've actually won and the game is just let's see how long
Jake's on that. Yeah.
Yeah, nobody spoke then.
Yeah, he's left with the wallets. Just travel the country holding these events.
And a nice little camera you got there.
Walk away with the game.
It'd be a good idea.
On the pizza.
Maybe we'll play a game where we have to close our eyes.
You know what? It'd be a really good idea, but I don't think Ben drives.
Oh, there's plenty of cars in the car park.
Just check for my keys.
Yeah. I'm not in the midst of
Car's still there.
Someone's distracting us with noise.
Hey, you try closing a box then.
Some rogue
I get a shout out the twats that do that.
Okie dokie.
It's like a twat's pack.
Wakey, wakey, rise and shine.
Right, I see what you're
There has indeed been a death in your night.
Right, yeah, I see it.
And it's... Sorry, I don't know your name, Mr. Lazy who hates Amazon. It's you.
They look like Amazon dead.
Did I nail your personality?
Well, I was the
Maybe
monk.
the killer owns Amazon.
No, you're not.
You're dead!
I was the monk. I'm dead now.
Right, then we're killing them. Because
There's
don't
likely
play
candidate is only one person, apart from Richard and Simon, only one other person that was looking in the direction I indicate to Simon what my role was. And that's Anna. Then he's left.
Okay, quick question to you, the monk. Who did you protect the ground?
Oh, did you just say you were?
I was genuinely the monk.
Yeah, I get that. Who did you protect the ground?
I protected you on night one, and I protected Richard last night.
I'd love to know you brilliant. You can pick me.
Hang on,
We had three now.
no, Richard, how did someone
You
die?
killed him.
Oh yeah, first night. No, because three. Oh no,
I
yeah.
can't protect myself, that's why I wouldn't declare my role.
You said you were the monk. Who did you protect?
Sam.
I don't believe you. Because, only because when I asked her who she was, she said she was the Undertaker, then double checked, then became the monk.
No, you can ask George.
Yeah, no, it's good.
My memory is
Oh,
no,
in which case, it
Is it genuinely
retracts
that
my reason why, but I still think we should kill her.
I'm still a good
She got professing kill. Wait, so yes, because
I have to check.
Only for the sole purpose of...
But you
Well,
can be
I'm
any of the
What will you do? I'm going with my voices.
You're Raven Keeper.
Yeah, but you could be any of the evil people and you're just playing
Well,
with your chef.
Wait, so what's the found out?
You know, probably makes a right noise to the demon.
Yeah, because he would know.
If you're a demon, it
I wouldn't have thought he was
makes
anyone
That
else.
does totally sense.
Somebody's very keen on killing me.
Well, no, if you wait. It's not. We don't know he's the radio. He's only playing. If you believe he's the radio,
I still think we should kill her.
I have been pretty useless.
and if you call when you die.
That's all I'm going to tell you. You're going to take out anything.
But Richard,
And then,
so then they'd be interested then if you kill me during the day.
telling the truth.
Not at night.
Yeah.
What, you really need to switch them?
You said maybe I sold 0 would be on
the executed.
Oh, you saw 0. That means
I sold 0.
see, that means
Go from 2 to 0.
I did
so you're
tell
not drunk before you point.
Oh, poison on the second night.
Yeah.
I think the poison ritual.
I wouldn't describe you poison twice.
Maybe.
Well, the poison
Yeah, so if one of us to be,
if he said he wasn't poisoned tonight, he was dead.
and the next night.
He must have been poisoned at least the second.
I think the fortune tells them more one day. Attractive times.
So yeah, the poisoner wakes up and poisons someone for the whole of the rest of that night and the whole of the next day.
But there's a new person chosen.
Each time, yeah. Or they can just pick the same person over and over again.
But maybe he was evil the first time.
Yeah,
And you weren't poisoned the first night.
it's possible.
No, the first night, yeah.
Basically,
Everything
everything
was poison. The second night, I believe, was poison. I don't think either of these two are.
He's Ethan's friends with.
So what do you say?
If that's the case that he was evil, it could be that in this area is the other ones.
Yeah. Right. Let him be.
So I'm going to nominate John. Should we get out there?
We haven't got to the nominations phase yet.
Yeah,
Get it out there. Going on what I know, that just is logistic. If I'm wrong, I will apologise.
Executed the following day.
Yeah.
You're more welcome to execute me.
Am I allowed a private one of the games one?
If I'm wrong. Based on what I know, it just seems like the logical thing to do. And I could be wrong, but I'm admitting that I could be wrong now.
So you're claiming your.
But it is logical.
It is the most logical.
What's the best way?
Yeah.
Choose line.
And then
I choose something and I have to, I don't know which is why I couldn't vote in the last one, because I chose Gareth, and then we nominated Neil, so it came to me before it came to Gareth.
I wanted to be fucking
No, everything is
You always are.
So that seems like the logical case. Yeah.
But if it's the case, if I'm wrong, evil there, and I'm good, then.
If I'm wrong, by all means let the fortune teller nominate me.
I have some information for the group.
Go on then.
I now believe that I am the drunk.
Why is that?
Okay.
Okay. Because I believe that I'm the drunk because of the information I was given at the start has transpired to be inaccurate.
Well, what was it then? He was waiting.
I was told at the start that one of these two was the investigator. Neither of those two.
Why does Chris send this email now? He just sat there and claimed that he was the fortune teller. And you tell us you didn't say anything.
I think I was
Oh my god.
You listened to Richard go. You said everybody trusts Richard, and then you go. He says I'm the fortune teller, and you don't say anything.
But
He's definitely drunk. He goes for all of one guy. He goes for the
Which is still a possibility.
Or you're the demon, or you're a minion, and you're just saying that you're.
Yeah. I think he's a demon fair play at this point.
You're going to call it, oh yeah, we'll call it for the
People
night.
don't trust me, so it's not that great.
Who have we not actually heard?
Okay, well,
Ethan, what about you?
I've got pretty much no information. I can say I don't really want to
Yeah,
because I don't get any more.
Yeah.
Want me to say?
He's a demon.
Yeah.
I'm the demon killer.
What's his name? The Grave something. Oh, Undertaker, that's the one. I found out only one person, because only one person has been executed, and Sam was telling the truth. I know it's important information, but I was like...
He was the Raven Keeper.
Yeah,
Which then backs up.
I didn't say it now because if I get killed, then I don't find anything else.
But hang on, that backs up Dawn, because we know that the recluse was either in a 4 or a 2. So if it was in a 3 and a 2, he's not. We could potentially put both of these under it. But then Dawn's the next one adjacent to it.
Yeah, so Dawn has to be in.
So Dawn should be the one that we kill. I'm nominating Dawn for the 3rd time.
Well, okay, are we happy to move on to nominations?
No. I don't think
I will nominate Dawn as soon as nominations
Give
take
me a couple
place.
more minutes.
Yeah, like, who are you saying? Nominate.
Just go. John.
Well, if he definitely would.
Yeah.
So you've got to find
And based on what I know that there are 3 pairs. So that's either 4 were together, which now doesn't look like it's going to be the case. Which means it's a 3 and a 2. The recluse will have shown up to me, which means next to the recluse has to be a bad person.
Okay.
And since
So,
That's provided
just to
you're not-
clarify,
He could also be lying.
There's something slightly inaccurate about what you just said there.
I
The
might
recluse
register.
might register
That's
as
why I
evil.
said.
Doesn't
And
mean
whenever it
anything.
says might,
It's
that's
a
up to me.
Is that what you
On the
did?
fly, yeah.
Okay.
There's more, like I said earlier on, there's more dungeon master than there is referee in what I'm doing here. My job is actually to keep the game going. I'm basically like a blue shell in Mario Kart.
So we all hate you, basically. That means 4 people are together, but he's come across as blues, and there's not a group of 4.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're the drunk,
There is.
what you've been
No,
told is
we've already got
anyway.
True.
Okay.
Okay, well,
Okay,
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 unless he was
there's
poisoned.
one role we probably should look for, which no one's claimed for yet, which is kind of what I'm looking for. Is anybody, and please come forward if you are, is anybody the virgin?
In that case, I feel so sorry for you.
Is anyone? It'd be really
I'm
helpful.
claiming the virgin.
That's fantastic. You try and kill him this time.
No,
You try and kill him.
I am the virgin.
I'm the chef.
She's the chef. She told me the information
Okay.
all along. I've been playing it off.
Okay, prove it. Wait, hang on a minute. Prove it. This round, nominate him for execution. No, he won't kill him. He'll kill you.
Yeah, that's true.
No, it was. It's the first time the virgin's if you were nominated,
the townsfolk
the
died.
townsfolk is a
Yeah.
You approach as a townsfolk.
Yeah.
Kill yourself.
Oh, that's true.
So, yeah, we're
You're
nominated.
dead.
I'm now having a
I don't know.
nomination.
I could be the drunk.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
So would you like me to explain briefly how the virgin works? Because that's an important one. So the first time, and only the first time, the virgin is nominated, if the person who nominates them is a townsfolk, and it's important that you make that distinction, a townsfolk,
She's not.
then that person is immediately executed,
She's nominated.
thus proving that you've got a townsfolk and a virgin, which is a very powerful thing. So, okay, so
Like that.
okay, do we have any nominations? Okay, Hayley's in there, so bear with me a sec. Okay, Hayley, you've nominated Sam.
Can I just clarify? If she dies, is that going to go tonight?
Yes, it's an execution.
Then we killed her.
So, Hayley, tell us why you nominated Sam.
We'll kill you.
Just to gauge for everyone else.
Well, the virgin's ability activates immediately, and it hasn't done.
Poisoned. I am virgin.
I think.
So, what you're
Surely we've now either got a couple of
I mean, a
things.
drunk.
Either the possibility is he's a drunk, the poisoner got very lucky because the poisoner would have no idea that he's the virgin, therefore would have. Yeah, exactly. It's very
Let's try and make
unlikely
a
that he would
timeline of what the poisoner did.
Yeah, but he would make it very unlikely that the poisoner would pick him. Because he's got no reason to believe he's a virgin. If he's the chef, they believed him as the chef. Why would you poison the chef after they already know something? There's no reason they would poison
He'll
him.
have been poisoned, I'll have been the drunk.
Exactly. So that means he's either the drunk or he's evil. Either way, we got something from that.
Poisoner can poison.
Well, remember, this is currently a live nomination.
Ben, I hate you.
So, Sam,
Just saying.
you're not making it any easier for yourself with these underhanded comments, Sam.
You will make me the drunk. The one that doesn't drink. You make the one that doesn't drink the drunk.
Is this nomination already?
It's currently underway, and this garbled nonsense is Sam's defence.
All I'm saying is I am definitely 100% the virgin, whether I'm drunk or not. I'm a drunk virgin, guys.
Okay, you've already claimed to be the chef and you're 100%.
No, you said that you were just
But you know
poisoning
what? Hayley will clarify that she told me on the first turn, and I said that I would take it for her so that if they killed Hayley off, the chef dies, but they might kill me off because they might think I'm the chef, I'm useless
So
now.
then why on the first turn did you turn around to me and tell me I'm the chef, but I'm not going to tell anybody?
Because I didn't want you to know that Hayley was the chef. Maybe my logic wasn't
You
right.
are inception. Really big.
There's a fine line between sloppy plays and next level plays.
There really is.
Yeah, you could be so clever.
I'm not the announcer chef.
Why would I? You should
All we know is these two are again. One of these two. We know that.
He's saying the chef has got him lynched.
Well, I didn't know that.
And you're backing up that he wasn't evil. It's not looking good for you. That's what I'm saying.
Right. You know what then? Kill me, but I am the virgin. And you're claiming to be the virgin.
Well, we've got to do this vote.
Which means next turn,
Yeah.
someone's going to nominate you,
Yeah.
they're not
Well,
going
you
to die.
can't be the virgin.
You
You
can't-
were
you don't-
nominated and you didn't die. Yeah.
No,
No,
I
but
can
if
be
you
drunk
poison, it
or
works
poisoned.
today.
Or he's
No,
going to be
or-
nominated next turn.
and he's not.
And he's
She's not a
not
townsfolk. That's the other option. She's not a townsfolk, therefore she didn't die.
Although I just want to say, I know my wife, she's not that good of a liar.
Apparently, that's what
Yeah.
you
Alright. Well, we have 12 alive players, 15 votes on the board, but remember, dead guys, if you use it, you no longer have it. So I need 6 votes to be considered for execution on 3. 1, 2, 3. That's 1.
Who's been nominated?
That's 2. That's 3.
So,
Sam. That's 4. That's 5. That's 6. That's 7. Well, it is enough. Well, someone can still beat it. Okay, tell us why you nominate them.
Because I am the virgin and I know he's not.
Okay.
So,
Taking your word.
okay. It comes down to whether you want to take my word for it. But he's the only person that's ever been challenged on what he is.
Even if we say it's correct.
He was literally the only one that 2 people have come forward to say. And when
We've
he
had
said
two- we've had two months as well.
And when he
We've
turned
had-
around,
we've had-
yeah, but he was already dead.
We've had
But when he came
conflict
around and
over
said
that
who's
as
the
well.
virgin, I was the only one who went, I'm the virgin.
No, you
and then when he went, who's actually the virgin? I went, no, seriously, I'm the virgin.
Yeah.
She's the chef.
Well, then he said, no, I'm the virgin.
Right, so he came in afterwards. He didn't
No,
come up for
he
it.
said he was the virgin first.
He said
He said
joking first.
No, he said, who's the virgin? I went, me. And he went, ha 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 ha. No, seriously, who's the virgin? I went, no, seriously, me. And he went, I'm the virgin. I went, no. Listen to me. Because I knew that I was the virgin and she told me she's the chef.
Well, then again,
I don't just swear now. He's definitely not the virgin.
Right.
I don't think there's a
So
character to another character.
what's your name, dudes?
Greg.
Greg, right. Let's hear what Greg has to say, because there's been much talk about Greg. Greg has yet to say anything.
Can I just clarify? Nobody's died from that nomination, have they?
That's correct, yes.
You were literally the worst person to nominate him. Because our options before were, you were the drunk, in which case you wouldn't die.
Oh yeah.
You were evil, in which case you wouldn't die. Or he's not the virgin, in which case you wouldn't die. Thank you.
Nobody else would have nominated him.
I'd love to have done. We wouldn't think it's been fucking jacked, would you?
everything's falling apart.
You know what then? Leave him to
Hang on,
die.
let Chris speak.
I was the virgin. Obviously, didn't want to come out straight away as it. But yeah, he's nominated me and hasn't died, so he's evil.
Yeah, but if he was the...
If he's the drunk, who believes he's the virgin, he still wouldn't die.
But
But also keep in mind that it's impossible for the drunk to believe they're a role that someone else is.
Oh, okay, yeah, of course.
Because it's a bag full of tokens that are all different, and the drunk token has been replaced with the
if
toast
the
token.
virgin is poisoned, would
That would make sense.
The-
Why would the poison
Yes.
poison the
husband
virgin?
still...
So if the virgin is poisoned, anyone who's poisoned's ability doesn't work, right? So if the virgin is poisoned, their ability of the first time you're nominated, if the nominator is a townsfolk, that townsfolk is executed, does not work, but it does still use up their ability.
But also, if you're the poisoner, why would you pick somebody random? You'd surely pick somebody who you know is somebody who's giving out information. You wouldn't go, okay, I'll pick you at random. Why would you do that?
We wouldn't.
It would be so unlucky for us right now.
Myself as the chef.
It would be so unlucky for us now for them to randomly pick the person who was the virgin, if he was the virgin, and then on the turn that we decide to nominate the virgin, even though he's claimed that he's a role that's already given out his information and is never going to get any more, it just seems so unlikely.
Which is why I must be the drunk.
Oh, I'm not going to go that far.
I am, because I know I looked at the virgin. But you know what?
I'm still going.
I've nominated him, so we'll vote on it. If no one wants to kill me off, fine. But I'm telling you now, and always be suspicious of that face. At least in this game.
I mean, don't be suspicious.
And I can be suspicious of this face too.
And
She might be lying the entire time.
His information got what we think was an innocent person.
But you know what?
executed.
If I am the drunk, we know that he was poisoned on the first time. So you.
So were you lying about the pairs?
I thought he was
No, I was
And then you
exactly
were
what
poisoned
Amy told me.
What she told you those three pairs?
She told me that she
She
was
was
in three.
poisoned.
I questioned Ben, and Ben will confirm that I questioned him right at the very first turn.
You did ask me a question, yeah, I won't be able to confirm what it is.
Exactly, but it was that question.
Okay.
But that's why I knew that meant 4 in a row. At the time, I didn't realise the recluse until Ben told me that the recluse could
If
show
you were
up.
poisoned, who gives a damn? He's dead.
Well, no, but still, like, you could throw the theory about the chef. No, I don't know if it was.
I'm still believing. So I'm going with him as the drunk.
If you were poisoned,
Obviously, you are.
he's dead and he's evil. That's great. Or he's dead and he hasn't told us his real role.
No, I mean, because the way they were saying about the sat
But
next
he's
to
not
him,
the drunk.
to make the 3 head evil people sat next to each other.
Let's have a vote, folks. So,
It's like, so
everyone needs 8 votes to be up for execution, 7 to draw on, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Not me. That's it.
It doesn't matter.
Sam.
No, you
Right.
don't vote.
2.
He's dead.
I'm not voting.
I'm dead. Just kill me off then.
You've just spent your vote, Chief.
Can the dead nominate?
No, afraid not.
You just speak.
You just know.
You are people. You can still communicate, and more importantly, you can request someone else to nominate on your behalf. If you
Ultimately,
like.
the only other person I would even consider nominating would be Dawn. But I appreciate that you're probably all going to kill me. But I am getting a nod of approval over here.
Yeah.
Dawn,
So Dawn's the only one.
I'm going to.
I'm quite happy. If you nominate Dawn and she's good, kill me next turn.
Do we have any other nominations today?
Not yet, because they haven't.
Somebody needs to nominate.
Going once.
But if we think he's not the chef, he's evil, then there's not. This whole thing of everyone may be evil isn't true anyway. So
Going
but it is.
twice.
Well, we have one person we don't think.
Last call for nominations.
You will go for Dawn.
Okay, tell us why not.
I'm
What's your answer? Maybe not confused.
It's Sam.
did tell the truth that he was bringing you
No.
chef.
And he said he
The only
already said
thing
he
I know-
wasn't telling the truth.
Yeah.
He already admitted he wasn't telling the truth.
I admitted I was telling what I've been told it was true.
Okay, how many
He wants to make a check.
His as well.
Oh, no, what he's claiming is to be he's not. What he's claiming is he's been told by the chef at the start of the game, which he blindly believes for some apparent reason. It's a good idea.
Because it's his wife.
No one else came forward to
It's not his game, it's not.
Just Dawn, what do you have to say in your defence?
He's just, both of you are just bullshit. You're just going
That's a good explanation.
You're just going for it for the fun of it. You are talking bullshit. You are, because you said you've been alive. That's like everything you said has been a lie. Yeah, you said you were the
No,
chef,
not
and that was
everything I said has been a lie.
bullshit. Just
The
because
only,
of the truth.
the only thing that I said that's been a lie is I was the
No,
chef.
no, first you said the 4 of you, and then we found out, no, that's wrong. That's too many inaccurate
That was me.
information. And it's like, then you said you were chef, which is a lie. No. I'm not saying all these are accused, I'm saying I just want
Alright, let's do this. So, Dawn needs 8 votes to beat Sam, 7 to draw on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Vote.
That's 1, that's 2, that's 3. It's not enough.
That's fine. I'm
It's not
dead.
enough. Do we have any other nominations going once?
Why don't we just nominate everybody, Sally?
Good. Last call. Alright, Sam, you've been executed. Everyone go to sleep.
Oh, that's true.
God help you eat them when you get nominated.
Guys.
All of them are going to be thrown there.
All I'm going to say is
I'm gonna find out what's wrong with you.
Minions.
So,
Maybe we should
I'm
just
gonna
kill
kill
him
now.
anyway.
kill yourself.
If somebody can check Dawn, go ahead. I don't know if anyone
Stop
can.
picking on me.
Is he laughing?
You're just bitter. Bitter and frustrated.
I'm actually really impressed with how well the minions played that, to be fair.
I know they're playing quite some SMGH.
Yes. You guys got no black, so I'll beat both of you, so I'll get a root and a drop of root. Green. No, purple. Can you still move it? Oh, shit. Right, yeah, start with me, I'll stop back. What if? So what change? What it might change.
Okay. Right, yes, everyone wake up. There's been a death in the night. And it was you.
Me?
Yes, it was you.
Okay, that checks. I did show to Ethan.
Did you want to ask me something?
And we got one as bad.
Who are you again? Supposedly?
Can I just say, can we kill this man, please? Because he's virgin. So can we kill this man? Yeah, please. So he's virgin. Kill this man. We kill him virgin.
And then can we kill Dawn?
I don't know. I'm great. Whatever. I can't remember. Undertaker one.
You didn't say it was Undertaker. All kind of like that. One of them was bad.
He was a virgin. Right. I get told the truth unless I was poisoned or drunk.
Oh no, not the D's. We have two.
That means.
So because basically he's genuinely the virgin.
No, but if you could.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that means that that's either
Oh, okay. The demon then would be.
Yes.
So what? And then Neil
is the green one.
Now, if they're drunk, just have their other roll.
So if the drunk is executed, I would wake up and show the Undertaker the drunk token.
See?
Right.
So, which means that we should in theory have, if you believe Ethan,
I don't believe Ethan. I think Ethan's the demon.
You've been conspiring with Richard this entire time. After on turn 2 saying, oh yeah, he's not what he thought, what I looked at. Okay, so he lied. You made no sense.
let's maybe ask somebody who supposedly found somebody who is the demon on the first turn. So, Richard, who did you look at this time?
Okay, I looked at Neil and Ethan.
So, would you like to remind the entire group who you've looked at so far and what you found out?
Okay.
Because you still haven't done what you found out about.
Okay, so I looked at John and Simon the first time.
You looked at Paul and Simon the first night, and you found out that one of them was the demon.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the second night.
But one player registers wrong to him.
And then.
So then I did Simon again, and I did Neil.
And then I checked Simon, and he's good. Oh well, yeah, and now you're going against me because you know I told you out. And I have
let him put his claims in.
One good player registers falsely. So, given that we now know the chef was talking a bit of bullshit.
Hang on, just to throw it out there.
Yeah.
If the chef is the drunk, all that information that we got was complete enough.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So therefore, then Simon probably wasn't, and he's been killed innocent, and it was maybe poisoned the first night because it'll cover 2 nights. So therefore, this night.
Okay, no matter what happens right now, we can disregard the information of the chef.
Yeah.
Because either they were drunk, because they didn't trigger the virgin, they were evil, therefore they lied about it in the first place. So either way, the chef's information seems wrong.
Yeah.
So let's just forget that. You've supposedly found the demon right off.
Yeah, but unfortunately,
and it was either Neil or Simon. Oh no, Paul or Simon, and then it was either Neil or Simon.
Yeah. But unfortunately, for my role, one good guy registers falsely.
Have you had 3 positives so far?
Yeah.
3 positives. 2 for Simon.
One guy registers. When you say one good guy registers falsely, do you mean the recluse, or do you mean?
No, it's one good player. So
no, again, I don't care about that. What I care about is that one of the 2 of them is the demon. You know, the one we're looking for and want to kill.
Yeah.
Right. And so far, you found unless you were poisoned on the first night, which is incredibly lucky.
I think I was poisoned the first night.
Exactly.
Yeah. Which means that then either Richard is lying or his information is true. If his information is true, then either you or Simon. So you're the demon. That's the only possibility. If you were honestly poisoned on the first one, That's surely the only possibility.
No, there's a possibility that basically Simon is the player that registers falsely for me.
Yeah.
So therefore the first two times
But-
registers, but it isn't actually him because it's
Part of the
fortune
fortune
player registers. So I thought I'd find it. So the first two were false
You tell me you got a
false
150 chance
positives.
to
So there are
start.
actually 3 people that were registered.
Okay, go on.
Yeah.
It's still, it seems
So
very
you checked 2 players.
One in
One of them was a
15
demon. Me and say Richard, and one of them was a demon.
But, okay, so what I did?
In which case, I know I'm good. That makes sense.
No. So I checked 2 pairs, but 1 person the same, you. So therefore, given that both of them came back and there's only 1 demon, that's why I thought you were a demon. But there is 1 good player that registers falsely for me. So it could be that you are the person that I think is the demon.
Do you know the odds? They're just like you repeatedly picking.
Well, the first.
Because you've had the first 2 turns.
No, because once you've done the first time, if you check.
You didn't reveal yourself as the fortune teller.
No, I did it on the second turn because I wanted to gain more information because just basically checking which of them thing. And also.
Second night you picked
Okay.
Simon.
Yeah, so the first night I nominated Paul.
Yeah.
And then I didn't say anything.
Yes.
I'd like to add some fuel to the fire.
Go
So
for it.
the information I got is that out of Ethan and Richard, one of them is evil.
That's
So far you've had
Okay, yeah,
one.
I think that I.
Wait,
I
no,
that
it wasn't Stephen.
Yeah, so that would then leave.
So,
Yeah, but then you were saying that you were poisoned
No,
because
I-
then you had both players being evil.
Yeah.
Because the first night you had 1 good, 1 bad. Then next night you had both evil.
Yeah, but
and
they
then
changed. So the both so he had one. He had one on the first night. Tell me I'm wrong. One on the first night. Yep. 2 on the second night.
2 on the second.
Then you had one.
That was one for the first night was these 2.
Yep. So one of those 2.
2 for
What do you name?
No, was
Died.
it done for the second night?
No, second night was
Yeah,
It was 2. It was 2 because he had 1. Then you died.
These 2.
And then he supposedly found 2.
Third night was 0 for these 2.
Okay, the thing for the poison, if he was poisoned on the evil night, which we agree, then the second night you'll still be poisoned.
No, you only poisoned for one night.
No, you poisoned 2 nights.
Poison night and the day after.
You got poisoned.
Yeah, not poisoned.
Just for the day.
Unless the poison chooses you again.
Okay, I thought it was 2 nights.
And then this night I got 1 for these 2. So.
Tonight and tomorrow. Oh, okay.
I think
But the poisoner might have stuck with him because he's with Pat. Then the poisoner would also like to do the fortune tellers. That's the way that one.
Yeah, but you can only do 1.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But he's still playing like he's a virgin.
Yeah, no, we're
That's incredible.
Supposedly, yeah. As long as you guys tell the truth, you know what.
He's probably about.
Because I can't believe Richard thinks that. It doesn't mean he's bad again.
One of you probably.
But he could be one of
Oh, yeah. If you execute me, you lose a very valuable role. So, I don't care about living.
Yeah, but
What are you going to say against me? The exact same thing that Richard said.
I love that.
no, I'm saying you're backing up in that interest.
Because I
You could be.
I could go
There's a lot of evidence that
It's not evidence.
If he is lying, then he would have been that virgin anyway.
I was put.
So for me, he's a definite bad guy.
Yeah.
You don't think the character fits and I can't see another reason that he would want to be stepped forward.
Could also be
Because nothing that's come out of it is true. Not the virgin. There's so many possibilities.
Yeah, because it makes me question. I'm just saying that I'm the virgin.
Why don't you thought of the virgin? When I've already said I was virgin.
No. Why consider a virgin at all?
If you're
Yeah.
No,
You asked
the virgin.
I didn't want to come forward sooner because obviously it gives it away. But at some point, if you say who you are, then now it's that option.
Okay, but if you were a demon, for example, the worst role you could come forward as is the virgin because
But I
your
don't
entire
necessarily
ability comes through as
I
being
don't
killed.
necessarily think he is. I don't know if he's necessarily a demon, but we know he's definitely a minion of some sort.
I don't think I'm still saying that we do have.
He's not a virgin. He's confirmed it.
That he's
But
like.
it's whether they believe me. That's
yeah.
it. And I'm the one who's getting
I believe you because I know.
Well, yeah, I know. I feel you have to skip.
Like, you've already lied. And you've lied to me about the problem.
No, you're quite right.
I believe you now.
You're quite right. You've done that yourself.
Not necessarily like putting it back the false information.
Because he was like, they couldn't tell me that's what I mean. That's what I mean. And they,
But I think that one of the things we do have to consider
They've had two people claim to be
is
the drunk.
what Haley told me in the first place.
Sam,
I've got to be honest, I don't know why we don't just
No,
kill Paul first. I
he
mean,
claimed to be the
I'm sure he's the next person to kill.
Yeah.
I don't care why
on the
anyone
basis
would
of
argue.
confidence.
Well, no, not even that. Richard declared that one of these two were the demon, the one we're after. So either he got really lucky and he picked the one person who was
Oh,
false
it's a very
positive,
good teller.
or he's the demon, in which case we win. Awesome.
correct.
Like,
Want you to.
And he's actually
or there's one of the, there's like, okay, there's smaller possibilities of that he's the drunk.
Or there's another possibility fortune teller's not in the game and he got lucky claiming it.
Or he could be the demon calling fortune teller to get everything off of
Because he
him.
knows he's not in it.
I think
The three people at the moment on my radar to be bad is this little it's clearly not a virgin.
We are talking about the person who has claimed to be the micro so far, and whose
Well, you think
information on the
confirmed
chat has been related loads of confusion and misinformation. So I mean,
he is dead.
Cheeky little fucker.
All the characters will only claim to be the one person that somebody else actually.
I still also
Paranoia.
before anything else. Surely we should
this is
probably
Gary.
we should check for the one person saying they found the demon on the first night where he is the least likely person to be targeted by the poisoner. Afterwards, you can go, okay, the poisoner's probably going to target him because he's giving out information. The first night, the poisoner doesn't know.
Yeah, because Simon, then it looks like Simon's the...
Well, let's not
The odds, there's two people who register as a demon.
I thought
There's
anyway,
two,
not
one of which
research.
is the demon.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, so there's like the odds. I would quite happily take the fact that there's a 50-50 that one of the guy who would go out to kill is the demon. Like that's great. I mean, if odds either, like I mean, there's no downside to killing Paul. Killing Paul is saying that he's given all of his information out. Okay, fine. We've got nothing else to gain from him. It took long enough to get it anyway. So if we kill him, either we find out that you aren't telling the truth, you were really unlucky and got poisoned on the first night.
I think I was poisoned the first night.
Sorry, John, what are you saying?
What he's saying is he wants to nominate you.
No, I never nominate him. I want to nominate Paul.
Oh, he wants to nominate you.
And also, why aren't you jumping to agree with me?
Because I was going to nominate Ethan.
What? Oh my god!
Unless you're people are trying to there's only a few options. Either your information is false on the first night, you're poisoned, you're drunk. Okay, one of those things.
Yeah.
If we work out who the drunk is, that's great. Okay?
Okay, yeah.
Or he's either one of two things. It's either you're false positive, which if we get out of the way, amazing, and also, why the hell hasn't the demon killed you yet?
That's a really good.
Wow, you're having the same conversation that you're having when I went in there.
I'm just going to nominate Paul.
Well, are we happy to move on to nominations?
Yeah.
Okay, do we have any nominations?
Paul.
Okay, tell us why nominate Paul.
Because he's been dodgy the entire time through this. He refused to give us information, shady as anything. When he finally did give us some information, he pretty much already knew it anyway.
We're not losing anything by killing him.
You're not getting anything.
All we're losing by killing Paul is a night, okay? Which is, we're going to lose one way or another. We're not losing anything, we're finding something out about Richard that either his information is crap, which is really possible, or that he's lying about what he is. Because also, Paul's information contradicts Richard's.
Exactly. No,
Because
he
said
what? Yeah, if I die, then it proves that the stuff I said is right.
But now you said that, you won't die.
Do keep in mind, guys, as well, that the demon can kill themselves and pass the demonhood onto a minion if they think the heat is a bit too high on them. Or if they just like to...
Is it a particular minion?
They then lose their minion power.
So the rules are, if there's a Scarlet Woman in play, then the Scarlet Woman is the one that becomes the new demon. If there isn't, then it's up to me.
Yeah,
and they lose their power then.
So they always become the demon.
Well, everyone loses their power when they die, but it's a good play.
No, the new demon, would they lose their original minion power?
Yes, they would, if they were the poisoner. If they're one of the other two, then it's irrelevant.
Right.
Anyway, sorry.
In this position,
may as well, like, no point in not executing Paul because we lose nothing for doing it. I agree with you.
I agree. To be honest, I would say it's got to be one of the two of them, but I would sooner lose Paul's non-ability than potentially losing Richard's ability, which could keep giving us information.
Paul might have a conflicting opinion on this, so let's see what he has to say.
Let's hear it. I think if I am nominated, the people you need to be suspicious of, apart from the demon, are the people who've nominated me, and that's the pair of you. That would also go along with what the chef has said about 4 people being there, because you said you could choose to be evil or good. So there's a possibility.
You can clear it now that everything the chef said is not rubbish.
I would say that you've got 2 bad people there backing each other up, and I'm pretty damn certain that Ethan is the demon, and he will kill himself this game.
Or quite possibly you are good, but the way I see it, it's either you or Richard that aren't.
Okay, well,
and I'm not losing anything by killing you. I'm losing a power by killing Richard.
I'm pretty sure that I know. Richard annoyed me the first day. Since then, Richard has redeemed himself, and I didn't trust him first of all, but I do trust him now.
So how do you feel about? Because you haven't raised the fact that your information appears to be utterly.
It's not. It's because I haven't given any inaccurate information.
To be fair, he did say that he thought he was the drunk.
He thought he was poisoned the first one, yeah.
I thought I was the drunk, and then it turned out I couldn't be poisoned.
Yeah, well then that just cast out confusion on all the information that was given.
We just got to vote.
Just vote.
But anyway, we've got to
let's vote. So there are 10 alive players. You need 5 to be up for execution. On 3, 1, 2, 3. 1,
You nominated it.
3, 4, 5,
That's enough.
6. That is enough. Only just there. Do we have any other nominations?
Excuse me, someone, come on. There we go.
Okay, tell us why you nominated Ethan.
Because I know I am not the demon, and if I'm not the demon, that leaves us one choice then. And you can be sure that if Ethan is too close, if I die and it's made it clear that I'm not the demon, then you can be sure that Ethan will kill himself at night, and one of those 2 will then become the demon. Because I'm pretty sure that I'm pretty sure I've worked it out. Now, you don't necessarily have to believe me, but I've not. The fact that I've been told, "Oh, you're such a liar," I haven't lied. I've told what I believe to be the truth all the time.
Not saying you're a liar, I'm saying your information's wrong, or at least conflicted.
I don't believe it is.
Okay, no. Can I just ask you 2 questions? Okay, so why do you believe Ethan so adamantly?
Because of the way he's been playing the game, he's been jumping up and down.
That's how he knows it. That's how he plays these games.
He's trying to avoid saying because he's annoying.
Richard also revealed that Richard is also, if Richard could be trusted, either one of us 2 is the demon, and I know it's not me.
Well, fine. Or neither, apparently.
So, words in your defence, please, sir.
Do I need to? Let's be honest. Let's be honest.
Take this opportunity to defend yourself for next round, Ethan. Take this opportunity to defend yourself for next round. I've got nothing against killing you later.
Ability, isn't it?
Okay,
I have the great vote. I have the information, everything else says well, there's no reason to kill me. What you got at the start of the game, you proved false, and you knew that what you said was Richard wasn't true, but you still talked to him anyway. Yet possibly it could still be good, but you didn't think about it all.
Ethan, if you were the Undertaker, why didn't you verify because I was killed by the demon, not by...
I've only seen 2 people, and we're fairly confident about...
He has, to be fair,
They
come
can't
forward and
verify
said...
that I've been run from that
To be fair, the 2 people that he's confirmed are the people that...
To be honest with you, Ethan is right. I am good at. I know you all don't know that, but that backs that.
But they're the ones that they said they are. So then again, it can be faking it because it's the easiest role to fake. But then again,
He does. Don't get me wrong. Ethan is just telling us information we already that supposedly has already been said. But he has also confirmed what we believe.
Okay, well,
But he's confirmed
Let's put it to the
one
group.
good person, one dodgy person.
Good
That's a good. That's a good way to.
No, he
that's a
said,
good-
he said he's what he said he is.
You have to vote for me because of
Yeah, but he's confirmed that. Well, we suspect.
No, if we believe it is.
Let's vote.
let's put it to a vote. So he needs 7 votes to the prosecution, 6 to draw on. 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2.
Richard really out of
Feels like I got executed all over again.
It's just. Do we have any other nominations, guys?
But no, we should go in order first. We'll go for you tomorrow.
Go into twice.
I've got one against him.
Last call for nominations. Okay, you've been executed. Everybody go to sleep.
If I die.
Do I still need to go to sleep?
Yes, you do.
If I die before I wake.
The demon will take your soul.
Hush, little baby, don't say a word.
Mama's gonna kill you with a great big knife.
You can't go to the toilet in the middle of the night. Are you desperate?
Not really.
Okay,
no,
okay.
it's just like I'm not doing anything anyway.
Yeah, but we can't all. Oh, yeah, you said.
Alright, everyone's asleep, yeah? Okay, that's right. Jesus. Like herding cats, isn't it?
Try coming to my house.
John's got a big red ball somewhere.
It's got in there.
Someone's got what?
I mean, do dead people actually sleep?
Well, technically their eyes are open. Can't be honest.
Well, my arms are closed.
Well, no, but like when people
You
die,
should just look at me.
unless someone closes, hang on a minute. Unless somebody closes their dead person's eyes, their eyes are actually open.
No, they're not.
What?
I work in critical care.
Well,
They're
yes,
not.
What, do they do that nice little, like, close your eyes thing that they do in films?
No?
Or is that just made up for movies?
Depends. Would you like me to go into this?
I mean, I've already eaten,
Would it
so.
depend on rigor mortis? It depends how they died. If you're seizures, then you've got spasms, and generally their eyes are open. If they die through like withdrawn patients regularly in ICU, because it's neuro, like catastrophic brain injuries, and they generally have their eyes closed. There you go.
And if you were, like, killed with your eyes, is it like eyes open if you died with your eyes open sort of thing?
Yeah, I suppose, yeah.
Nothing quite like a love story, Alright, everybody may wake up. There has been a death.
Are their eyes open or closed?
You can go to the toilet now if you want. So there has been a death in the night, and it was Hayley.
Ethan, what was she? Oh no, you can't say what she was.
No,
You can say
I
what he was.
think believe me, you can be surprised.
What was he?
I know it's very unbelievable, and I kind of don't believe myself, but he's a baron. So he actually played a role.
What?
I know.
The Baron doesn't do anything, does it? It just
I don't know, but like the fact that you tend to be the W1,
Just out of curiosity, is anybody actually a washerwoman?
Shit. Why would I say I was the washerwoman when I was the baron?
Because it's a social deduction game.
No,
Yeah, so
no,
you're
it's
lying.
not. No,
Oh, it's not? Okay.
Absolutely confirmed beyond
You're
any
dead.
doubt.
So that doesn't mean anything about
He was the
riches.
baron.
Why would they kill him?
Does it?
That's what, to be honest, more intriguing
When they
than
never
it's
think
not
you've just killed yourself.
with the-
I'm absolutely
It doesn't mean anything about riches.
100% sure. Because that was an
Neither
absolute
Richard nor Ethan have
blatant
died.
lie.
Cool story.
Lie.
I'm very confused now.
So am I.
I want that. I think
To be honest, when I saw the token, I
I win when everybody's confused.
Lie.
That's a good point. I could have been poisoned.
When you get down to
Suppose
the
possibly, yeah.
What's that? One what?
One person next to me is evil. So Richard or Ethan.
We still have Richard Ethan.
I got to say Ethan was from being
I personally think all of the Reds are still alive.
All of them.
All of
So you
them.
think it's screwed?
Well, you're never screwed as long as there's at least one good player on the board
I mean,
and
if
enough
he
votes
is the Baron,
to win.
then the others are still alive. But I think the poison is still out there.
Richard.
Yeah, I reckon I was probably poisoned. I doubt he was the baron.
Richard and
Yeah, well,
I don't think I was poisoned 3 days in a row.
I think
So if it
all
poisoned
Reds
me-
still alive.
I don't think you'll be poisoned.
Dad, how many times has these two come up with one of them?
Twice.
There's not
Wait, no.
Neil's dead.
Oh yeah, Neil died. Yes, there's only one. I'm constantly on there. But
So last time, now it's
So
Yeah, that's
Paul's
right.
in.
Yeah, last time it was one,
So,
this time it's one.
Dan's
This
still
time it's-
alive, Richard's still
I'm
alive.
still with
So between Richard
Richard's still alive.
Dan's still alive.
And when it was Ethan and Neil, it was zero.
Greg's
I'm
still alive, Phil's
But
still
when it was
alive.
Ethan and Neil, there was no bad people.
Then you've only got.
But now it's Ethan and Richard. There's a bad people.
yeah, which makes me look extremely
I
bad.
think
But
it's-
poison.
Yeah, if you've got.
Who's still alive?
Who's
Who's
I still think he was dodging Ethan. Back to him, that was you would do if you
So that
were
means Neil's
they're both equal. So they're both
Yeah.
equal.
Except for why would I bounce up dead?
Sorry, excuse me, but
I know, I keep cooking this.
Yeah,
He's dead now.
There's always suspicion on me now.
I get it. Look, if I was going to try to do that, then sure I want to put it as close to the fact that you're real. If I did that solely to get you out, I would have been like, alright, kill him, I want to kill him. But this thing, really, we need to do this first. Before we do anything else, why not? Richard, what did you find out?
Okay, because we've already got Ethan before, I thought I'd check you two.
Okay, what did you get with Ethan before?
Basically, I've got Ethan.
Neil?
No, it was. Basically, it was Ethan and somebody. I can't remember.
What did you get?
Okay, so I've got that one different Oh, no, before Simon was yeah, Paul and Simon.
He's found what did you get this time? He found the same every night.
No, this time I did George and Dawn and didn't get anything. So I thought I'd just get a bit more information.
I was probably poisoned like when I took out his Baron.
Because Ethan was
which
already suspected, so I didn't.
Paul could have been in.
So,
Paul could have been in, and I could have been poisoned because then the Scarlet
for
Woman.
the fortune teller,
Yeah,
the
so
one player
if the Scarlet Woman plays someone else,
will always register.
You're likely to have been right.
It never changes, and it's decided.
Is the one that
before
will
the
become
game
the, but apparently any
It doesn't change whether or not there is
Oh no,
a
it has to be the Scarlet Woman has to be
Well,
in
they're
the
not
game,
evil.
but is that
If
possible?
the Scarlet Woman's
So it
in the
makes sense,
game,
yeah.
Then
the
it could be.
demon
Could have
knights,
been
they are
the
the person that has it. But
Right.
if they're not in play, it's any minion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the Scarlet
So-
Woman always takes
So if, do you want me to explain how that mechanic works to you guys for the imp killing themselves? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
So basically, if I wake up the imp at night and the imp points to themselves, I then put them to sleep. The imp has killed the imp. I'll then wake up one of the minions and show them a card that says "You are," and then I'll show them the imp token, so they know that they're the imp. They don't get to then kill anyone that night or anything, obviously, because the imp power's already been used. But they know from that point onwards that they're the new imp.
He's
Could have
bad.
been Haley.
These two are bad.
It could have been, yes.
I think he's not.
Just remember, if somebody died during the night, I couldn't kill anybody during the night if I
Why
was
Haley?
why would you not be here?
Yeah.
She's not
Because
giving
that
any
free club wasn't
supposedly
because
she's
of
the
the death
chef
during
or
the
the
night.
drop.
But if you
So
were,
I've
If
seen
you
If you said you're the only one killed you.
Yeah, and I saw his Baron, but I don't believe myself.
Unless
But then
that's
it
got a
says,
woman in play.
Undertaker, each night you were guaranteed to die by execution. So
He's bad.
Execution, not like
I think these two are
Why
bad.
kill Haley?
I think those two are bad, but I think
But
Ethan's
right, in herself.
He's 100% bad.
With no evidence.
I
It's just him saying that.
Dead people
and
can't
he's
nominate.
already had it. I know.
But somebody needs to nominate him.
Why do you
You
think?
kill me, you lose.
Because I'm the Virgin, he confirmed it for you all. He is bad, somebody's killed him. You know what?
The thing is,
not
though,
bad,
He's bad and you think he's bad. So
Yeah.
Some people
So,
don't
he's confirmed him, but if they're
Yeah,
both
if
evil,
they're both bad
And you know what?
guys.
It is
so
paid
people know
off,
both evil.
so no one can find out whether she's drunk or not.
And
To prove that I'm the virgin.
Why does that matter to us?
Yeah.
Because that's the only way you can prove that I was the virgin.
I feel like we've already got someone backing you up. I don't think we need any more proof than that. There's
He's
always,
bad.
there's always,
Alright,
there's always,
nominate
some,
him.
there's always some doubt in there.
But you're refusing to nominate him.
I feel like I've got to be able to nominate them.
But he is. But we know he's definitely bad, so let's get rid of him.
We don't know
Let's
that
take.
he's bad.
If he's the
We know-
poisoner, let's take his blinking power out of the game.
We know that this guy's lying.
For 2
keeps
rounds,
saying that
you've
he's
killed
a
off
virgin,
good people.
even though he's
He's
lying.
bad.
And the only
We know
person
he's
who backed that
bad.
up is
He's
Now
the
it's
poisoner.
why I said
Someone
no.
nominate him and let's kill him.
He's the
And we think
No,
he's
he
evil.
could be. I'm not saying it.
No, but you said that's a possibility.
Yeah, it's possible.
But we
If
know.
I'm poisoned,
If
he
he's bad,
wasn't
kill
here.
him off.
He
Someone
was a
nominate
Scarlet
him.
Woman. Possibility. Very slim chance. But it's possible.
Well, would you like to talk about nominations?
But he's not nominating him. That's the only reason
Okay.
he's bad.
Any of you are live players, would you like to nominate anyone?
Okay, I'll nominate Ethan.
Okay, tell us why you're nominating Ethan.
Basically, I've checked him with the power, came back, him and I can't remember who the other person. I think may have been damned because he was the only one alive. Came back as positive, and just what is
And his power also supports that one of these is evil. So repeatedly, that he's shown as possibly being evil.
I know.
One of two.
I know
Who
he's
did you
lying.
claim you are, Dan?
I am the empath.
Empath.
Okay.
I think 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, Ethan, what do you think?
Richard literally can't even remember who he used the fortune teller on.
well, only the third time. It's been a long
Well, you
game.
can't remember.
Right. You can't even remember who you are.
Looks like a grave digger. It's a shovel. Alright.
Someone this side.
Well, on the other hand, you could be the end because the other butler's not in the game, and you've gone, I'm the butler, and you picked one person each round and gone, what a shame I can't vote. But I'm adamant that he's definitely bad, someone just not
Well, anyway.
Why are you saying they're the grave digger when it's the Undertaker on the card?
That's why I thought it was. I thought it was to check the name. Because it's a shovel. He looks like he gives graves.
Sorry, so we're nominating Ethan, right? So let's have a vote. I mean, it's just what I'm trying to say.
It's done.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, right, so 8 players alive. Ethan needs 4 votes to do a prosecution. Remember, dead players, if you spend your vote, you no longer have it. So, on 3. Look at him, he's nonchalant. He's confident.
I'm dead. No, there's no point. I think this is one.
1, 2, 3.
Dan's voting for me.
1, 2, 3, that's a dead
Oh my
vote.
god.
4, 5, 6. 6 votes. And yours is suspected. Okay. Do we have any other nominations?
I know he is. No, he's absolutely.
Going once.
I guess I'll go for Richard.
Okay, tell us why you're nominating Richard.
No! It's...
I know this, but I'm not going to get either of them. Like, what's the point? No matter what I do, I'm screwed. So why are you doing this in the first place? Kill me and lose the role. It's your own fault.
Because you know,
Okay.
actually,
We have another nomination.
Well, we've already nominated for Richard.
We have another
I know he's
nomination.
bad, but
Sorry?
people don't
We have
believe
another
me anyway.
nomination.
Well, move on to that after this one. We're going to do one at a time. So, let's give Richard a chance to
Look
explain
at
why
Paul smiling in the corner. But he knows what he is. He knows what he is. He's kind of
To avoid being killed, just kind of like dinner.
I've lost the will. Kill me. I've lost the will. Lose the ability. It's your own fault.
It's a double bluff. It's a double bluff.
How is it that you're
Okay, alright.
Tell me that.
I feel like I'm running Tesco value Jeremy Kyle. Right, sorry, what's it?
Does the guy normally get this animated?
Only when I run it up north. So, we need 7 votes to do a prosecution, 6 to draw, on 3. 1, 2, 3. 1.
Thank you.
I'll count that as a vote, 2. Alright. Do we have any other nominations?
I'm
Going
going to
once.
nominate Greg.
Okay, tell us why you're nominating Greg.
Because I don't think he's a virgin. I think he's lying about that. He hasn't said anything else apart from one statement saying he's a virgin. Hasn't actually added anything, any other ability, and isn't really adding that much to the conversation in general to move forward. So even if he's died, we haven't lost anything.
Okay, Greg.
That's the point.
Sorry.
I am the virgin, and the only people.
You're all going to kick yourself
two
when you find out
people.
the virgin.
2 people that are confident are evil.
Whiskers.
So,
We've lost.
If he
We've
gets
lost.
nominated,
We have.
if he is a virgin,
Wait,
so
Ethan,
then
it's the first time
no,
you've been to
no,
tonight.
no,
no,
that's
that's not the first time.
yes.
I just have a word.
Yes, you're an outsider.
If you get
so that's
killed,
fine.
I'm not in much conversation because I don't know anything because I'm a virgin. I mean, I don't know information.
Okay.
Can't help that.
7 votes to build prosecution, 6 to draw, on 3. 1,
In other words, everyone needs to
3.
vote.
1, 2.
Oh, don't change his mind. Bit too late now, man. Well done.
4. Not enough. You two could have made it 6. That's why I wouldn't have made any difference, would it? So, do we have any other nominations? Going once? Going twice? Last call. Alright, Ethan's been killed. Everybody good.
Oh, well done. We've lost now. Well done, guys.
Chin up, Ethan.
I can't believe all 4 bad guys are still alive.
Yeah, it's a joke.
They're not.
Oh, are you bad?
The fact that we can hear his hand at
I'm trying to sleep.
You're all on the virgin. How do you feel about that?
No. I do feel like I'm playing Dan's hospital again. Dan goes, you're dead, and you're dead, you're dead.
Yep.
You're going to die, you're going to die. Except she's out of mind doing
It's not going to happen. I mean, if we get lucky, are we down to enough people now if we kill the demon we win?
Well, if you kill the demon, the game is always over and you win. Oh, you mean if there's no Scarlet Woman ability?
Yeah.
Well, let's find out, shall we? I think the answer is no. The answer is unequivocally no at the moment.
Okay.
Assuming there's still Scarlet Woman in play. And you can wake up, guys. There has indeed been a death in the night. And it was Richard? No, Greg, sorry. That's so close. That's so close. Okay, Greg is dead. Greg's dead, baby.
Alex.
Obvious play to make it look like I was wrong the entire time. The most obvious play to make. Wow!
Dawn is Cthulhu.
Don't work against Cthulhu. Order past the Cthulhu.
Okay, who is still alive just for...
I said
if you're alive.
I said it turns go.
You're not alive, Greg.
You're not alive. So, 1, 2, 3...
I said it turns go. Someone nominate
So
Dawn.
I think Dawn is potentially. She's been, how the hovering clothes have been chosen so many times.
If we win this,
Yes, but no one believes
And you know
it.
what? If she's the demon, just say it.
Okay, before we start nominating people, we've still got people with abilities. Let's find out what they know.
That's a good point, yeah. There's still people.
Dan, what do you know?
I believe that Ethan was bad. I got 0.
Okay.
I think you're poison, so I don't know that.
Okay. Yeah, most of what he said.
Of course.
So who didn't?
Anne. I didn't get anything.
obvious play to kill Greg.
You picked those two this time. So
Yeah.
So in that case, there's no
Last time
point.
as well.
Supposedly, if you're right, there's no point picking Dawn.
Well, basically a confirmation, because the thing is that there's only so many people. So at this point,
Yeah,
it
but
could be...
our primary nomination is picking Dawn. That's pointless, according to you.
No, because it's basically, if it was poison, then it could be... And it's, at this point, there's not a lot of people to choose from.
There's you.
Yeah, I'm going to say, am I bad?
Yeah, you kill.
Well, my only little thing is, he knows the fortune teller's not going to get it. He is the demon, and to play that right from the start.
I don't believe
I'm not that good at that.
I still think that you still got the first turn. I still think
What do you
you've got
choose?
3 bad guys there.
What, to protect?
Just saying,
What was
wouldn't
his
it be
word?
funny if it's Dan who's a bad guy already?
The whole time if you
That's what Dan's just throwing out this information, we're just taking it.
That's true, actually. No one's actually questioned it.
The thing is that it's a dangerous thing, because basically it's claimed to be the same. So if we execute him, and if you're the demon, you kind of like...
No, he's not going to be the same.
Neil was supposedly the same.
Neil's very the same.
Oh! Were you executed or you killed at night? Killed at night. Okay.
So he could theoretically be the same.
Yeah. Who?
You.
No, you were killed at night, were you?
Yeah.
Well, demon wouldn't normally kill an outside, would they? That's basically.
Depends what you are.
Okay, how to say outside is
normally kill a
affect
conditions
conditions for
They're part of the good team.
Oh, okay, so they count towards the...
They don't affect them in any way, other than being good guys, yeah. It's simple blue versus red.
So why are they called outsiders then?
Well, the outsiders, what you'll see is this chart down here indicates what the build-up of the game should be based on the number of players. And what you'll see here is that in a 7-player game, for example, there's 1 demon, 1 minion, and 5 townsfolk. In an 8-player game, there's still only 1 demon and 1 minion, but the good guys have gained 1 more, which is unfair, it's unbalanced. But that one that they gain is an outsider, which balances it, because as you can see by looking at it, the outsiders are somewhat detrimental.
Yeah,
Often
outsiders are good.
red herring,
Their abilities don't give you that much.
So they are therefore balanced.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I just check something?
Yes, absolutely.
Just because I said we should kill you. Why did you say that all the reds are still alive?
Good.
That's correct.
Because I don't believe, I believe that Ethan was a bad guy.
I think he was a bad guy.
Do you think Ethan called me the Virgin even though it sounds true, just to help him?
I don't know.
Just to throw a suspicion on me?
But the thing is
Well,
like,
you
you could be a bad guy as well. I mean, at some point, you've got a chain of people who
Looks like he's telling the truth, but he's
bad
not.
guy is turning bad guy is a good
It's
one.
definitely true that Ethan never gave us any information that we didn't get out beforehand. But then,
Apart from the weird boundary, which I don't.
yes.
That-
We can
apart from that.
That could just be trying to throw
Just throw us
information over.
Well, Richard said that he picked, who was it tonight?
Okay, so I picked Dawn, Anna,
And yeah.
and I didn't get anything from her.
Just throw something there. Why have you just believed Dan?
I don't think we have. If we have
I think we've relied.
I think we have. I honestly think if we had done, surely we'd have kept killing this way, because nearly every night apart from one, he's had one either side. We have killed either side of him, but then I think the reason for that was we chose to kill Paul instead of Richard, even though we had contradicting information there. So I don't think we've necessarily relied entirely on that information.
So you definitely, you want to make sure you kill a bad guy. I believe you're...
Oh yeah, well that's what we're going for.
So, would you like to sort nominations? Do keep in mind that at this late stage in the game, every time you kill someone and get it wrong, you're pushing the game slightly closer towards an evil victory. If you kill someone today, get it wrong, the demon will presumably wake up at night and kill someone, and then you'll wake up tomorrow with just 4 players left alive. And remember, the victory condition is when there's only 2. So when you wake up with those 4 players, you'll have to make the call of either getting it right or leaving it to buy yourself another day. So you are getting towards sort of brown trousers time at this point. So with that in mind, would anybody like to nominate anybody else?
So just confirm again who you were, so I've lost track. You're still alive, and you are...
The recluse.
The recluse. So you might really
So you could be either good or bad.
Well, the recluse is good, but they might register as evil.
I think you mentioned from the way your votes were
Yeah, or demon. Because if Richard is it?
Yeah.
If Richard had nominated me twice, it both times was not negative.
No, you wouldn't.
No,
You picked visibility. Because he's specifically going to the demon, right?
The recluse might register as a demon.
Might register as a demon.
Check the roll on the paper. The recluse might register as evil, or a minion, or a demon.
If Dawn
So
is definitely evil, as people are saying,
even if you were to execute
one
her
of
and
us
she
at
was
least
the
one of the
recluse,
times would have registered
an
as-
undertaker might even be shown a demon or minion token.
Oh,
Richard's
okay.
been lying.
So,
Yeah, exactly.
do we have any of them nominons?
Nominate somebody.
You don't have to, going once? Twice? Last call?
Nominate Dawn.
Sorry?
That's it, I'm going to nominate Dawn.
Nominating Dawn, okay, tell us why.
Why?
It's a speech when we're just talking about the
That's all the
lady.
information I've got. The information I've got
Spoken
is not a bad guy next to me. You're the only person out of 3 of those.
So Dan,
like,
if there's not a background next to you, how come you nominated Dawn when Richard just told you that she's definitely not the demon?
Good question.
Yeah.
Very good question.
Just because she's not a demon doesn't mean she can't be the
it doesn't
poison.
mean it's not poison.
We got-
That is true.
I think it's better to take out as many reds as we can, because that makes it easier for us.
That's true, but we still. You're assuming we can just choose to take out whatever red we like.
Okay.
Richard, let's do that.
Okay.
That's what we're trying to do.
Richard's power usage has just been a bit weird.
I think I would. It's not that. I feel like it's just
Or, I don't know, I think Haley.
See, I think we're playing a really good game here of just not saying anything.
My character's just a start. There's not much they can really do.
You could be the demon and just hide it.
The weirdest things that happened lately was Haley to be killed at night.
Yeah, it really was.
And I think that was pretty weird. The only reason I can honestly think that maybe, I think she could be. It would make sense that she'd lie on the first one. Strange lie to go for it before, but okay.
But she might, if everyone was spread out, she was then isolating the area.
Maybe. But anyway, yeah, it seems really strange to me that she died at night because she wasn't giving any information out. Her abilities were supposed to be gone. We'd either recognised her as an outsider or a minion. So I don't see why would you kill her?
Well, shall we hear what Dawn has to say about whether or not Dawn should die?
Go for it.
You're just all bullshit. I protected you. God knows how many times. You've already checked us two. No, you checked us two. And we've come out good. Twice.
What is $3,000?
Well, Dawn came out
Pretty much,
twice.
it's got everyone.
Oh yeah, so I've come
everyone
out
is
twice.
poisoned,
Good.
not everything
According
inside
to
it.
Richard.
All in there.
Okay? Even if you get poisoned once,
Is that garlic
it's
bread
still come
going?
out good.
Yeah.
You
like
checked
Garlic bread.
Look at that.
There's none. So it's Rich, if these two are good, that means Richard is telling the truth, which means George is bad and not me.
I think
No, you're lying.
The garlic bread. We use the garlic bread on justice.
Well, these two get bullshit. This is the
It's somewhere in the middle.
With this number of players left, you poison the fortune teller every
Alright, so, Dawn needs 3 votes to be up for execution.
Wait, if you said you, yeah.
On Graham. 1, 2. Well, he's not going to vote.
He's not going to vote.
Okay.
You still
have the ability to vote.
It's a bit suspicious that he's just asked me what the grimoire is and then he's gone round with the grimoire is. Maybe it's the spy. So, on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Come on, Richard.
1. Not enough. Do we have any other nominations?
Nominate George.
Okay, so that's why I'm nominating George.
Because your ability said you checked these two, and they are fine. Your ability said that you checked us, and you're fine. So that does leave George.
He also
Someone's got to beat a demon.
He also checked me the turn before.
Yeah. Yeah.
Someone's also got
last turn. If so, what if one of them was poisoned, but? Oh, that's not reason.
Fair enough.
George?
They all poison Richard. Leave that.
There's got to be a demon among us.
No.
Really? That changes everything!
Exactly. Unless the game setup's got horribly wrong.
Oh my god, nice and just like, you know what, let's make them all good.
Just want to spot myself.
What do you have to say in your defence?
I don't need to massively defend myself. I think it's pretty clear that on the butler. I mean, I couldn't even vote on the last one because Dawn's literally next to me.
Yeah,
so even if I picked Dawn, she'd have to vote for herself. Which is a really annoying part of that ability.
But if you're out the demon, you know the butler's not in the game, it's a very nice place to hide.
It's true. It is true. It is a very, very nice place to hide.
Well, let's see what the collective think. 3 votes needed on 3.
Oh, off him.
2, 3. 1, dead vote. 2, dead vote.
Wow.
3. 4, 5. Wow, okay.
I think it's me than kill somebody with
Okay, well, someone can still beat that. We've still got a load of dead votes down. Do we have any other nominations? Going once. Twice. Last call.
Dawn needs to die next to the woman.
Alright. He's dead. Everyone go to sleep.
Dawn taught me through one of the best friends.
Do I need, is there any poison carrying on?
Yeah, because you can
Still talk.
You're still playing for the team.
Yeah.
And reveal information that you might.
It won't last much longer now, we're about to lose over.
Opening your eyes at night is rather suspicious.
If you're going to talk at him, at least do it loud. Rude to whisper. Unless you have a whisper, and you do that.
Unless you're going to tell us who the dean is, that'd be really nice.
Yes,
You'd like to know.
Okay, wakey, wakey, rise and shine. There has been a death in the night. And it was your man here.
Oh. Which one?
Okay.
Now the issue is that those two are both bad. I don't know which one to be.
So, before you start screaming at each other, keep in mind that there are now 4 players left alive. The game is over when there's 2. If you execute someone today and get it wrong, the demon will almost certainly wake up at night and kill someone. And then you'll wake up with 2 players and the game will be over and evil will have won. So, either get it right today or leave it for another day and get it right tomorrow. Those are your choices, unless you're on the evil team.
So who's left alive again? I keep using.
There's 4 of you.
Just the 4. Those 4.
Yeah.
I reckon you played a really good game here.
Hey, Dawn, do you want to start with who protected that round?
Yeah, who I protected was that. But I think she's playing really clever, and I wanted to see what happened this
So
round.
why would, if you think she's playing really clever, and why would you protect the recluse of all people?
Because she's coming up.
She's
as
so
negative.
So I think for a reason quick. Yeah, no, do you want me to give you a minute?
No, I don't know anymore. I'm so fucking confused.
I think they're both evil.
Yeah, I think so. You are right.
Basically, I think they're both evil.
Wait, Richard's equal.
Richard, what did you see?
Okay, I checked down and I checked you.
Yeah, you
because-
say you check down. But
yeah.
we've been going off your information a lot.
Yeah,
But yes, and we've
wrong.
and we've
Okay,
wrong.
well, nobody
No,
else
no,
explained
assuming that
to me the
he's the fortune
And
teller.
as soon as they announced it in the second round, they then put its prime position to be poison. Because if you can get the Merlin figures that give some information, then that's brilliant.
That's the perfect excuse, Richard.
Yeah, it's also brilliant.
As soon as I showed Richard my role, I was dead that night.
Yeah,
As the monk.
exactly.
I was the monk.
Yeah, and you
Which
can
means
keep
Dawn's
people
definitely
safe.
But it means he's the.
I think she's lying for a teaching the monk.
No.
So just to clarify.
Yeah, but I said we should
Can
go
the
round go.
kills
So-
only
Absolutely. Vim can also pick a dead player if they don't want to kill anyone.
When Dawn was nominated.
Why?
On the first turn, they have
When
to.
Dan was the only person to vote
Yeah.
for her.
Unless they pick someone who's been protected or a soldier.
If they do pick someone,
Sorry,
does it fizzle or does it?
When Dan nominated
Doesn't
Dawn,
work. Oh,
3
wait.
votes were
When everyone
required.
wakes up, I say there were no
No,
deaths.
it wasn't. At that point,
Yeah,
it
when
was.
Dan was the only one who raised his hand. You raised your hand, I could have cast my vote.
Probably
You
down.
didn't. Which
It just seemed quite.
Yeah.
You
When you
are-
when you came out as the monk, we should have got rid of Dawn straight away.
Well, been
Yeah.
saying for a while.
Missed opportunity.
Because even when I came out to
I
vote, we
suspect
got
the
vote, we killed us both
occasion
off, we were both
showing
dead.
Well, I said that when before I got killed, I said that when I got killed.
How do I kill you both though?
Well, you
But we should have killed, if you killed me off the first one, you should have killed him off, then you wouldn't have had anyone.
I think
We should have done the same with your one.
If
You should have
Dawn was
done the
evil,
same.
she's not. She wasn't originally evil.
You know,
Otherwise, she'd have known what role wasn't there.
She might be
She'd have picked
now.
something, and I think she is now, if that's the case. Yeah.
But
I don't think so.
he's played the fortune teller all the way through.
Exactly.
Yeah, because I have been.
Easiest.
Look, okay, nobody else has come up.
Yeah, no one else will
No, but that's because.
Exactly, because you've seen that there's none in the game, you're like, oh, let's pretend to be this one.
That's unfortunate.
And I know that if we don't kill
Yeah.
anyone off tonight,
We're done.
you two are surviving.
You need
So you got to kill one of them, and if you kill one of them, we still have dead people votes.
And if we're wrong, the one that is actually good,
Then we're screwed anyway.
they can kill off the other ones who will deliberately kill the other person if one of you two just played it really well.
Yeah.
But if we don't kill, those two still live with that.
Exactly. So one messed it up.
So we might have to go
justification.
I wish to kill you.
You've got a justification for why you didn't try and pick someone with a power.
Yeah, because I'm confused. I don't know what.
Really.
Actually, it's the confusion campaign. I played that off.
Yeah.
It's a last go we played. It's a desperation campaign.
Oh, that'd be well enough. That'd be really confused.
Yeah, you're evil.
No, I'm just a confused.
Let me interject here, and are you guys happy to move on to nominations?
Yeah.
Yeah? Alright, so there are just 4 of you alive. you can each nominate once, be nominated once, whatever you like to nominate.
Nominate Dawn.
Remember, if you kill someone's name and get it wrong, it is 99% certain that the game will be over.
Sure you're right.
So,
Oh yeah.
there could be a soldier in play.
Oh yeah.
The end could just screw up.
I urge any good people.
That is the best.
Going once.
Yeah.
I think the confusion thing, I think she's just throwing that out, she's not quite sure.
Okay.
Even if you're always confused, it's still good.
Dawn, what would you like to say in your
I am a
defense?
very confused monk and I don't know what's going on. It's just all I can say. You want me to play Secret Hitler later? Yeah. Yeah, I'm just.
Remember, dead guys, you don't have to stay silent. You're still in the game.
I've said right all what you said. I said I know I'm good, and I've always said Dawn, therefore must be evil. Said it. I said it. I said it.
Yeah, but you were going off his information, and his information was bullshit. To phrase.
Every million
To
ever.
phrase. This is just phrasing out. It's bullshit.
Well, let's do this then.
I'm just confused.
Dawn needs just 2 votes to be up for execution.
You got this. Darren is going to vote. George is
12
going
votes on the
to
board.
vote.
I'll wait and see.
Phil's
So, votes for Dawn 3, 1,
You're not
2,
convinced because you're bad.
3.
Yeah.
1 dead vote.
Yeah.
2.
Phil said nothing to
Nobody else who's dead needs to vote. Neil. Oh.
Richard, we hand up the
Oh, no, I don't. 4.
Oh.
That is
What a
enough.
surprise.
Dead vote there, I believe, didn't we? And you used the
So you
same
mind
vote.
votes
So,
for him.
so that is enough. Or someone can be it. Do you have another nomination?
That's the only time I've ever game of the demon. It's by sitting there quiet.
Any more nominations?
somebody jumped in now.
Going once.
Phil.
Phil. Okay, tell us why you're nominating Phil.
Dawn's dead, who nominated me?
Dawn.
Oh,
She's
not
No,
dead.
not
not dead yet, because you might get more than 4 votes.
The execution.
Yeah, suspicious. Very eager to get the situation away from you. Very eager. I was killed by people, obviously.
Let's give Dawn a moment to
You still think it's
Dawn. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear what Dawn has to say. Why are you nominating Phil?
Just because he is playing a good game of not saying anything, that we're brushing over the fact he could be evil here.
And
So
the
we
same
don't
way you're
know
doing a good job of
how many times you've been poisoned.
and
You
the
could
chef's
be
information.
So what you know about Phil could be utter bullshit, but that's with anybody, and I'm aware of this. But he's just said nothing, which is a very good way of hiding in social deduction games. It's by just not saying anything.
Okay, Phil.
The librarian is a weak character. It is, honestly. Because the thing is, I'm not going to speak up every turn like other players who have an ability. You get an ability the first turn, that's it. I was the first person, so what role was.
But I don't
I've
have
not
an ability.
changed that.
Because you're not speaking.
I mean, my ability is to not be in the boat all the time.
Yeah.
Well, I was the first person to know what my ability was.
You don't get killed.
But then the demon knows some people can bluff safe.
Yeah.
The demon can tell us start by saying my answer.
If you've got
I'm not saying you are.
okay, if you were the demon and you don't pay, if you choose a weak one, which isn't going to do, you've done your information, and the rest of the game is not going to be
No matter what happens to this vote, you have to vote Richard. Whoever hasn't picked the vote yet and is good, you have to accuse Richard and then accuse again. It's the only way. Because even if we kill Dawn now, somebody dies in the night.
You'll have your
No! Right, listen to me, go on!
You'll have your chance to say your case in a moment for nominating Richard, but we're going to vote on Phil first. He needs 5 votes to be up for execution. On 3. 1, 2, 3.
Bad guys.
1.
Bad guys.
No, I think he
2.
is.
Look at that, bad guys.
Okay, that's not enough. Dawn's still up for execution. Ethan, finish your thought, mate.
You have to.
No.
You have to accuse Richard. It's the only way.
There are only 2 people who can nominate here now, and it's these 2, and they
Yeah,
can
I
nominate.
nominate Richard.
Okay, tell us why I nominate Richard.
Because we're doing a lot of our
Take the
voting
trick
on
to Trump
Richard's
and then-
say so, and we already know that Paul was evil because he was the Baron. And I think these 2 were conspiring at the start. Said they both knew exactly where they were, and I think actually a lot of the arguments stem from those two.
I believe you were the recluse, but I also believe you were the evil recluse. I can't
be
Okay,
my argument is I don't think evil is supposed to be to cover that well for this long.
Let me just explain this recluse concept to you. So, the recluse is a good player and playing for the good team, but when other players look at the recluse in some way, learn what the recluse is or learn information about them, that information might indicate that they're evil, even though they're not. The recluse is a red herring. That's what their role is, basically.
Oh, right.
So a recluse must be a good player, even if they appear evil to other people.
So if you're thinking that she's bad,
that's why I don't want to either.
Rather than
How many votes for Dawn and how many for Phil?
4 for Dawn, 2 for Phil. So 5 are needed.
Yeah.
5 are needed to beat Dawn. So, with that in mind, would you like to say anything else in defence?
I just suspicious that now you kind of are doing it now.
You're counting on everyone.
It just seems like you're trying. Basically, for the bad guys to win, they just need to kill a good guy.
Yeah, exactly. You two both voted for
Dawn trying to kill someone tonight.
Exactly. You just and I said right at the start, I think one of you two. I think both of us very evil.
Okay, but then
No, next time there's 2 players that
this position what's still dominating.
No, I said both of you two are evil, and it's been evil in its turn.
The game ends.
Both of you are evil.
Let's settle this one now. He needs 5 votes to be up for execution on 3. 1, 2, 3. That's 1. That's 2.
For the love of God.
That's 3. That's 4. That's 5.
Oh no, crap. Wait, no.
That is enough. And you've splurged your vote. You've splurged your vote.
There's only one other person who can choose.
Yes. So basically, you're currently up for execution. Thank you. You are currently up for execution. There's only one other nomination that can be made, and it's you on Anna. Would you like to make it?
And it would be a draw.
Well, basically, it'd be Anna because it's suspicious. Basically, it's a final play, final round. Yeah, basically, you've accused me of being a bad guy. And I know I'm not a bad guy. I've been giving good information. I've said nobody's trying to challenge the role. I am who I am. So, I think you're just trying to get out.
You could, just so you know guys, you could agree to all vote for him and force a draw to buy you 1 extra day of play.
I just want to throw out there, he didn't vote for Dawn, but Dawn would vote for him because he's trying to protect the demon. So we would just kill the right person.
I do think we should try and force a vote. Force a tie.
I think now the only option we have is to force a tie.
That would require everyone.
If one of the bad guys doesn't die, it makes no difference. Every dead person, bar whoever dies overnight, will take in their vote. So,
yeah, I think.
I don't have to use that anyway.
Well, ultimately, it's up to a lot of you. There are 5 of you that have the ability to vote, including the person who's been accused. So you can vote. So you are always the last to vote.
So there's 6 people, isn't there? 2 temporary, 4.
Oh, sorry, right, you are. Yeah. So you could actually force a kill for you then. But the point is, you have the ability to get exactly 5.
One of you,
if you want to.
No, because she's not going to vote for herself to be
dead,
killed.
I'm happy to vote for myself.
If one of them don't vote,
I'm saying that now. One of you are dead.
But that's only if both Dawn and yourself vote for herself. And you.
No, she won't vote for herself. Because that's 6. So,
yeah, 6 including 2 dead people. We need dead people in the next round.
Yeah, we need dead people in the next round. So if one of the dead people doesn't vote this round, I will.
But then, it's kind of like, of course you'll say.
Yeah, but we need a dead person in the next round.
No, she doesn't want. She won't vote for herself. She will not vote for herself.
But you're both evil. You're Baron and he's someone else.
Okay, I'm not going to vote for myself.
She will vote for herself.
Alright, so I will be counting live as we do it. So you can suss it out as I go around. It's 5 required to force a draw. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Not she and he's too late and that's it. Okay?
At least Richard's dead.
So, right, before we go any further, I am going to do a roll call when this is over. I'm going to do a roll call and say everyone is. So, your instincts when I announce who's won is going to be to jump up in the air and scream at each other. Just do it like quietly, because I'm going to go around and say everyone's wrong, right? I can now declare that good has won. Yes. Evil actually had multiple chances to win in that last turn and made a series of unusual decisions. But you got it right out of the wire, so well played. So, what did we have? We had our empath. We had the Saint. We had our original Baron, who became the imp, the third imp. I don't think I've ever seen that before. 3 imps. It was passed along twice. We had the washerwoman who was indeed poisoned on night 1. We had our monk. We had our raven keeper. We had the recluse. We had our poisoner. Incredibly well played that was.
Told you to
really,
kill for ages ago!
really drove my. We had the butler. We had our virgin.
Told you!
We had our
He poisoned me.
we had our drunk for this game. So actually, on the day that you were accused, you were both poisoned and accused by the drunk who was an outsider.
So your poison was
Sorry?
She was
the drunk.
chef.
She was the drunk.
The drunk chef.
Yes. So that information about 3 pairs was false.
So
She was the drunk. We had our skull woman who became the imp in the early game.
Was he the imp when I accused him?
Yes, he was. We had our librarian, we had our undertaker, who was poisoned on the night when he saw this particular and so I showed him the Baron. And we had our original imp who offed himself on night 1.
Why did you do me in like that?
So we'll final look at the board.
Yes.
What we've learned is next time there's something different.
You're constantly poisoning me.
I think 3
I can't
times.
believe
Yeah.
Yeah.